All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of BKNY Hoops. If you're new to the channel, I'm your host, as always, Rashid White. And if you're also new, consider subscribing to the channel. All right, it looks like we had some technical difficulties there in the previous stream, so hopefully it's actually working right now. I can see my little audio avatar over here is actually going back and forth, so I'm assuming that the actual audio is actually working right now. Also share the video, share the stream out there. So if you have other Brooklyn Nets fans out there. So let's get into it, man. Should Brooklyn Nets Cam Thomas request a trade so he can sign a long-term deal? All right, yeah, Carl working right now. I don't know what the hell happened right there, man. And that previous stream was getting such good momentum, man. Damn it, man. All right, so let's get into this over here, man. Let me read from this article, and it was basically showing what a Cam Thomas long-term contract should really look like. And what I was saying in there was if Cade Cunningham, was on this team, and a lot of other, like, let's say, who was the other guy, Evan Mobley. I mean, they would, like, Sean Marks would lock these extensions up real quick. So if I'm Cam Thomas, for me, I would just probably want to get traded so I can, like, look after my financial future right there, man. So let's get into this over here. It says few players in the league could put up points quickly as Cam Thomas, but with the Nets rebuilding, do they invest early in the score? The Nets project, to have more cap room than any other franchise, about $56 million, depending on the 2025 draft, and which player they choose to retain in free agency. Waiting makes sense. Thomas cap hold as a free agent is just about $12.1 million. The team can spend first and re-sign Thomas to a bigger deal next summer. But it depends on the type of players that you're going to get, in the next couple of drafts. If Cooper Flag, you got Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper. Cam Thomas is not going to really, really be your guy. I mean, can he actually be somewhat in a Lonnie Walker situation now, man? Because Lonnie Walker is out there in limbo. I mean, there's talks of him actually really kind of going back on the market, though. So even though I think he signed with the Boston Celtics. So Thomas, who turns 23 next month, averaged 22.5 points per game. Yes, and is one of the best young scorers in the league. He may not be the all-around player that the Nets should center their team, their entire team around, but he is certainly a piece worth investing in. Yeah, maybe if you can, get that, if you can be that microwave scorer, like, off the bench, yeah, most definitely, man. So his first year in Jody Fernandez's system as a team leading scorer should give the Nets an insight to whether or not he makes sense to keep around for the long haul. So even like other media pundits out there, they're not really that definitive on him or anything like that. So let's get into this, because, like, this is one of the reasons, I was a Cam Thomas Glazer. But then, like, when you really, really start looking at Cam, it's the speed and like the lack of explosiveness. For me, you want to kind of really, like, build around him. I mean, he'll turn 23, but if Thing can go out there and lead a team. Maybe Cam could, if he actually learns how to, get better and work on his footwork. But when you look, I'm just going to compare him, and I want to compare Donovan Mitchell. So just to give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, and we'll see. Yeah, you see how defenders are actually able to stay right with him. Yeah. I mean, it's hard. He doesn't really blow by guys like that, man, at times, man. A lot of guys, when they really, really want to play defense on him, I mean, they're able to actually, move laterally with him. And then he has to take, like, tough pull-up shots like this. Now, he makes a lot of these shots, but then he misses a lot of these shots. It's the same thing like with Kobe Bryant. Like, Kobe Bryant has the most makes shots in the most missed shots in NBA history, but he is a a tough shot maker. So I'm just trying to show more of his drives. Yeah, so he's yeah, see, guys is able to move laterally. They're able to stay right with him. Certain slow-footed players like Austin Reeves. I think there was a bogey in here. He's able to blow by. That's a bad shot right there, man. All right, so there's more here. Is it him actually just making wide open shots? I want to show more of his drives. All right, you see how they're able to stay with him? They're able to move laterally with him. See, same thing over here. He's trying to blow by him, but this is another example right here. They're able to move laterally with him. See, Bogey, that's why Bogey doesn't really get much playing time. Slow footed, another bad shot. Now, see, this is Donovan Mitchell right here. He's able to actually get into Brook Lopez's chest and able to actually finish, without having to kind of use the rim as protection, though. So let me look at let me look at see Donovan. Just look at the quickness, the explosiveness. So y'all see the difference over here, man. Woo! Damn. All right, so y'all guys see the difference. Y'all seen these guys play. Let me get the link in here, man. Anybody wants to come in, and I think Jonathan was here, man. Let me see. I think he was in the last stream there. Let's get anybody actually wants to come in. He says, "Damn, you killing Cam right now. Geez, you're gonna be eating your words in 2 months." I don't know. Hey, he's not the most quickest dynamic guy out there, man. I don't think that's something you can really kind of work on in terms of like speed. I don't know if he can get like I don't know if he could be like Ja Morant or Donovan. I'm trying to think of other players that actually has like speed, explosiveness, athleticism. All right, let me let Jonathan get up in here. Jonathan, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Been alright, man. Just busy week, you know how it is.
Yeah. Definitely, man. All right, so what do you think about this, man? You think they should like Cam Thomas should request a trade, and or what do you got? What do you think, man?
Ultimately, I think Brooklyn is in control of Cam Thomas' future right now as far as his contract situation goes. I think Cam knows this is a season for him as number one option to prove that he can add more to his skill set. And even though we have clear goals in mind, if Thomas can show some necessary improvements, I think it does well for his case for a new contract. And the biggest thing is he's a restricted free agent, so the Nets they can actually go over the cap space they're going to have next year to re-sign him. So it really just depends on what the Nets number is that they want to agree with him. And I think it's probably gonna be something similar to what Claxton got, honestly. I think the Nets are thinking about the next few years, how they want to line things up. So that's where I think it's going to go, probably. I don't think Thomas is going to request a trade because you think about it, what is his trade value right now? I don't think there's a lot of big packages out there for Thomas. Yes, he's a good scorer, but teams are not going to be throwing a lot at Thomas right now, especially since he's trying to get a new contract. So I'd be
Yeah,
surprised if he asked for a trade. I really would.
I mean, so you look at the actual free agents coming in 2026. 2025 looks bleak, but 2026 actually looks pretty, much better. Luka Doncic is up there.
Mm,
Um, Zach Levine, I don't know. We'll see about his health. I mean, but when healthy, he's definitely better than Cam Thomas. Trey Young and Cam Thomas. I mean, it's a coin flip. I mean, both of them defensively doesn't really give you much. They're both liabilities because you got to play both sides. Bradley Beal, no. Dame, hell no. Joel Embiid. I mean, there's a lot of players over here that are coming up in 2026.
Yeah, I think 2026 is going to be the offseason is going to be the year that the Nets potentially make bigger moves. I think as far as next year goes, we could dictate the whole summer, but you look at it, there's guys like Randall, Ingram, and Butler. They're all looking for the max. The Nets shouldn't do the foolish thing and just give them the bag because they want to make some flashy moves. You could take on 1 to 2 year contracts, use those as trade chips in 2026 to get a free agent through sign and trade or use your cap space. So like the Nets could really set themselves up for 2026 and beyond is if they just make smart moves in next summer's free agency. Don't go for the bullheaded aging veteran thing because we've done that and it doesn't get us anywhere. So it's like you just said, that list looks very promising. So the Nets really shouldn't jump the gun when it's looking really good a year and a half from now.
No, I guess I definitely agree with you there, man. Some good insight right there. So
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Gordon is another guy that actually comes to mind.
Nas Reed, man, that's a guy we should
Yeah,
definitely look
Nas
at.
Reed.
Man. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
yeah,
man,
Nas
he'd
Reed.
be a good
So
addition.
Duncan Robinson. How is it?
I
This is
ultimately think the guy. I ultimately think the guy they're looking at is De'Aaron Fox, just because him and Jordy have the connection. Because the Kings system is similar to Brooklyn in different ways, and Fox could be that guy that slides in perfectly as a secondary star for what the Nets are looking for. Like the Nets shouldn't throw all their trade chips at one guy to lead this team when you can get a secondary star, draft a top draft pick, and kind of like have a good mix. I think that's what the Nets should aim for because you're in a new CBA era. You don't want to be over the salary, the second apron, unless you know you have a contending team. I think the Nets could get to like the first apron where they have a pretty damn good team just by mixing it up like that, instead of having to blow the bag.
yeah, yeah. And then Gerard is saying why would they want to trade Cam Thomas? I'm saying what should Cam Thomas? Easy E, what's going on, man? I'm saying that Cam Thomas should request a trade, not that Sean Marks wants to actually trade him. But all right, so the thing is, all right, so Jonathan, you was just alluding to this, man. Um, where's Cam Thomas going to actually go and just be the number one guy? Because these are for all the Cam Thomas guys in there. And I'm trying to listen. I was a Cam Thomas. I'm gonna get my best friend on the show, man. And I was arguing to death about Cam Thomas, man. I love me some Cam Thomas, especially when he had the triple 40-point games. I was like, yo, and Brian Scalabrine, he has his morning show on NBA satellite radio there. He would diss Cam Thomas, and I would argue about. I'm like, nah, come on, man, this is Cam Thomas. This guy could score his ass off, man. So then I watch him more and more and more and more and more. I'm like, you just compare him to the actual other guards that's out there, point guards and shooting guards. I mean, where can he actually really go and be a number one or a number two option on anywhere around the actual NBA, Jonathan?
Well, that's just it, though. Rebuilding teams, it doesn't make sense to trade Thomas to a rebuilding team because it's kind of like you're trading for nothing. Now, if there's a contending team out there that wants him, let's say the Nuggets. The Nuggets have Russell Westbrook, who's kind of their main addition. They have a lot of young guys. Like, if they wanted to make an offer for Thomas, it'd probably be around 1 to 2 first-round draft picks with some young players, and he'd probably be their sixth man. No,
Ah,
wait, listen. He'd probably be their sixth man on the team, but I wouldn't see him start. Like, if
two
there's any
two first round picks for him?
I mean, what do you want, BK? I mean, 3 to 4. Tom's is not worth Mikal Bridges' trade package, and we all know this much. Like, if a team would trade for him, he'd have to accept a six-man role on a contending team. There's very few rated teams out there on a contending status right now that would have him automatically start. But does Thomas want that? Does Thomas want to be traded to a team
No,
where
no,
he
no. I
thinks
mean,
he could start?
he wants to be paid like a starter. He actually wants to actually start. And Gerard, I mean, I know I get it. Cam Thomas is he's a really good scorer, but like, you know, I just showed you a whole bunch of clips over here of like guys. He doesn't really blow by a lot of guys. He doesn't really have that speed, that explosiveness. When guys really, really want to play defense. Now, see, these players aren't playing defense like for 48 minutes in a game, man. But when they really, really want to lock up and play real defense, they do. And you see it over here where guys is able to move laterally and stay in front of Cam Thomas, and he actually has to take a lot of, highly contested, mid-range shots, which he does make some, but he does misses some too. What do you think about that, Jonathan?
No, listen, I think Tom's big thing is manipulation. How can he manipulate opposing defenses to get his shots off a lot more? Because he's probably going to take a lot of shots this year, 20, 30 shots. I think his biggest thing this season is don't focus on just taking so many shots. Focus on being efficient. Like if Tom's going to have a lot of efficient games, even though there'll probably be a lot of losses, that goes well towards him getting a contract. You just want him to be loosey-goosey on the court, and that's it. Like Thomas needs to show the professional part of his game this season as far as that growth goes. Like you said, that there's a lack of quickness that hurts him defensively, but if he can find a way to pacing it up quicker, because that's what Jordy wants. He wants a faster type offense this season. So if
Yeah,
Thomas can
because you
figure
don't have
that
any guys
out,
that can score.
it should
That's
help
why.
him. It should help Thomas be more efficient if he can figure out that speed factor a little bit more. So
No,
we'll
I
see
mean
this
that's something
season.
you're born with. I mean, Joe Johnson, as much work as he actually put in, wasn't quick. He was he had really good footwork. He was crafty. I mean, he had excellent ball handling. But either you're born with it or you don't have it, man. Like some guys are quick, some guys aren't.
Well, that's a big part is going to be how Claxton and Clowney set Thomas up as well, because they're going to be setting screens for him, and that's a way to help him get his space, to help him get a little better at scoring more buckets that way efficiently. Like he has to use his teammates as well, like you said. Like he has to figure out ways to manipulate it to work out in his favor, because again, especially against bigger type teams, it's going to be a lot harder to go a certain one-dimensional style. He's going to have to utilize his teammates, figure out different ways to get around defense. So it's going to really depend on him making better reads and all that. So hopefully we see some of that
No,
more
you
growth
made a
this
good
season.
point, man. Like a lot of screen setting, man. A
Yeah, that's going to
lot of
require.
screens. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It just all depends, and they can try to, if Claxton. I don't know why Claxton doesn't come up and set screens for Cam so he can get like mismatches. I mean, that should be like Claxton comes up for a high screen, and then Cam Thomas hopefully could pull up for that mid range shot because guys like Brook Lopez, all these longer guys. I mean, it's going to be tough for Cam Thomas to really kind of score
See, and
though.
that's the thing about Claxton and Thomas. They both need to figure out their chemistry together. Because the thing is, Claxton's not traditional center. If you have a traditional center that scores a lot and can set those screens, I think that'd be better type of partner for Thomas. But that's why Claxton needs to show some offensive growth this season, a bunny shot, something like if Claxton could add more to his offense, him and Thomas could be a fun pair. But it can't just be Thomas doing all the work. Like you said, Claxton needs to try to set more screens. I get Claxton has a lot of defensive responsibility on this team, but also offensively, he needs to be there
Well,
as well
if he's
for
going to play the
Thomas and other
five, he's not.
guys.
I mean, he can't guard these guys. So it's like Shaquille O'Neal, like Joel Embiid, right? These guys, you're not going to be able to stop them, straight up. So either you can also make these guys play some defense too by scoring. Yeah, yeah. I was talking about Shaq on the last show. I was clowning on Shaq, but Shaquille O'Neal never really had to guard anybody. Like he never had to run out there on the to the 3-point line. I mean, was it Jason Collins was guarding him at one point. Hey, Jason Collins couldn't score for anything, man. So when you have to play both ends, it can kind of tire you out some.
Yeah, but also if Clarkson did have Shaq's huge height, man, I don't think maybe we could be complaining about the offensive part because Clarkson would just be able to get over so many people. But that's why Clarkson needs to work on adding offensive skill sets because it's going to make him better as a player. Because looking at his defensive loan, when you get to playoffs, you have to make offensive impacts as well, not just what you can do defensively. Especially if you're in a tight game, like the worry about having Clarkson close with you is if his scoring isn't more
Yeah,
enhanced,
hold
you
on,
really
Jonathan.
have a 4-on-5 type thing, which you don't want. You
No,
want all
hold on,
five of your guys to
Jonathan. 1 second.
close.
Hold on. No, easy E. What I'm saying is that Shaq didn't really have to guard somebody. I mean, like in the finals, like Jason Collins was the guy he had to. I mean, come on, Jason Collins couldn't score. So like what I would have done since Jason Collins can't actually score, I would have probably put Keith Van Horn at the 5. And just have Keith Van Horn just hit threes, just hit threes. That's it, man. I mean, you're not going to be able to guard Shaq, but at least you could actually make Shaq play some defense and actually, make him, make him run out to the 3-point line. Because if you don't have to play any defense, man, it's just, like you saw in the playoffs when we faced Philadelphia, right? And you saw Joel Embiid got switched on to Cam Johnson, and Joel Embiid had to move laterally, and then Cam Johnson dunked on him, and then Joel Embiid actually hurt his knee that series. So that's what I'm talking about. You got to make these guys play defense, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting this season to see how these guys can individually grow, even though they're probably not going to win a lot of games. Like that's going to be the balance, the middle ground. Like if I can see Thomas, Claxton, Wilson, and Clowney all make individual growth this season, going into next season, they are going to be better for it. It's just can they figure out that balance? That's going to be the question this whole season. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's just my point. I'm just using that as a metaphoric analogy. Easy. Like if Claxton, since he's so undersized, he's 215 pounds, and he's playing the five. And I get why they actually have him playing the five, but like these are guards like Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray, Kyrie Irving, like their pull up game is so elite. It doesn't even matter, man. Like it's still going to put Claxton on an island, man. You got to really contest for that pull up jump shot, and they're really efficient at it. Like some guys, like you see Cam Thomas is not really efficient at that mid range shot just yet. I mean, he has to keep constantly working on it, but no, we got to bulk up at that center spot, man. It's just, you guys, if you guys go out there, you play basketball, man, you go against like a 10, 11-year-old kid. I mean, he's not going to be able to do anything against you, man. So that's, what I'm trying to show you guys out there, what it's like when Claxton is guarding Joel Embiid and guarding Jokic. There's nothing that he can actually do, man, because of the weight disparity.
Well, that's why you need a second big with him. I think they should really experiment with Clowney and Claxton to start the season. I think those two are the future of the team right now, and having two bigs on the court is always better than one, especially against the
Well, we'll see
Nicole
with
and
Clowney,
Embiid.
man. You only saw a limited sample size. I mean, a lot of guys can look good, in limited sample sizes. Let's see what happens when you play him 35 minutes a game. You
No,
know,
listen, you're right, but also he was showing the growth again in summer league with his shot blocking. Like he's trying to make a point this season that he wants to expand his role, get more minutes on the court. I think him and Claxton, what I saw last season, the rebounding was so much better. Like having them just get our rebounding numbers better is going to be a huge key towards our success in the future because the Nets were one of the worst rebounding teams in the league. So it's like having two bigs on the court to help lessen that makes it a lot easier for this team to figure out more ways to score offensively, especially on offensive rebounds. So having Claxton and Clowney would work as opposed to Claxton being the lone man, lone big on the court, which hasn't been as fruitful, when it matters most. That would hopefully be a good addition with Clowney.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, coming out of college, Clowney shot 28% from the 3-point line. That's a poor 3-point shooter.
Yeah,
It's
you
still
were
better.
loving his 3 points last season, though, man. Remember, you
No,
talking
no.
about
I
that
mean,
Bucks
again,
game? You
it's
were
a
all over that.
limited. I mean, he has to make like shoot 6 and make maybe 3 out of 6 or 4 out of 6. Not every game, but like every other game. And I want to see him get to like 39%. He has to play. You got to see him play a lot of minutes, man. A lot of minutes. Like 35 minutes a game, not like 8, 9 minutes a game. A lot of guys can look good, and I can look good in 7, 8 minutes, man. If I
Yeah,
was
like
actually in real shape. But you give me 35 minutes against pros, yeah.
I hope Clowney, and the young guys get more run this season.
Yeah, you
Both
there,
half the
Jonathan?
season,
Oh,
so it's like you're not going to give them a lot of time. Wait, can you hear me?
no, you were
Hey,
breaking
BK,
up.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying, like, I hope Sean Marks figures out the vet situation. I hope it doesn't keep him away to trade deadline because that's like half the season. So it's like the young guys, if they don't play good minutes, it's like you get them towards the end of the season and really start gelling, which kind of ruins their development. So I hope with Johnson and Doe that this is figured out a lot sooner than right before the trade deadline. Like I hope there's some
Well,
type
the
of
main thing, like I said,
window
the
there.
main thing, who I was arguing with, somebody in the comment section, it was Claude. Yeah, you need a point guard, man. I know he was on this anti Ben Simmons thing, and he wants to get rid of him as soon as possible. But I mean, so if you get rid of Ben, then you got to take Dylan Harper. Let's say hypothetically the Nets get the number 1 overall pick. Then you're not going to get Cooper Flag. You're not going to actually, because like you can get Cooper Flag, but with no point guard. I was watching something with Skip Lou. You know, he was a street ball legend, Rayful Alston, and it was. He said, "You really want DFS and Cam Johnson?" That's not me. That's Jonathan. Easy.
Easy, you know what I'm saying, man. We need the draft capital, and it's important for the young guys to get run on this team. Like the idea is to build for next year's draft, and then let that build for 2026, and then we can start making big moves. But the longer the vets are on this team, you take away those quality minutes, and at the end of the day, Johnson does still have value to contending teams right now. But say something happens to him this season, the value goes down, then you're kind of forced to either hold them, let them go, or sell them from scraps, and we don't want that. Like this is Sean Marks trying to compete for a new contract as well. Let's remember that his contract's up this year, so hopefully he makes some smart moves there. So we'll see.
Yeah. Too much capital might be a detriment. Easy.
No, it's not a bad thing. And I would say this: if we take on 1 or 2 year contracts, 2025 with cap space we have, you can eventually use those as trade chips in 2026 offseason to make bigger moves. So it's like it's not a deficit to have capital. You need capital in this new CBA era to make big moves. Look at a team like the Suns who have no draft assets left. That's what they're stuck with. If they don't win with that, they're done. Like you need draft assets and cap space to make all these types of moves to make your team the best it can be. You don't have those 2 things, you're kind of screwed. Like that's the new reality of this NBA that we're in. So the Nets are in a
Yeah,
good position right now. Keep building. Keep building as much assets as you need so you can make the best damn team possible. At this
yeah,
point.
but you need a point guard. So what I was saying before I got to Easy E, so I was looking at Rayful Alston, and the Rockets were bad, man, before he got there. And when he got to the Houston Rockets, because you had a guy that can organize things and get the ball to players in certain spots, I mean, they improved by 15 to 20 something wins. So you actually really need a point guard, man. Look at San Antonio, you know, I mean, with Wemby. And great as a player as he actually is, no point guard, you know, no wins. Now, when I say keep Ben Simmons, I'm not saying I want him to be the next, you know, LBJ or anything like that. I just want him to run the offense until we can get a really, really good replacement. So if you keep Ben Simmons, then you can draft a Cooper Flag, then you can draft the or Ace Bailey, depending on what actually happens in the draft next year. But no Ben Simmons, then you actually have to get a point guard, man, because you're going to be bad for years and years and years and years and years, you know, until you actually get a point guard. So he says Gerard's actually saying we can get a point guard with the other 5 picks. Are they good though? That's the thing. Are they Dylan Harper level like quality NBA ready guys?
Well, this is to Gerard's point. We're gonna have 6 picks, right? And I keep telling these guys that the good strategy is you get a Cooper or Ace, that's great. You complete the main mission of the draft. But then it's like when you hear the picks, you get a point guard or a guard type player. There's gonna be guys like Trey Johnson, Boogie Flans, Dink Pate, Hugh Gonzalez. Like there's all different types of guards. There's this other guy, he's a Russian player. What's his name? Igor Demon. Like there's going to be a lot of available guards in this draft, all 6 foot and up type point guards. So it's like that should be the strategy with their second or third pick. Get a guard type player that could potentially be a future starter or a backup potentially. Like the Nets need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, guys like Dylan Harper is the most NBA ready out of all of these
No, listen, BK, you're right. But if we have first and second, it's Cooper Ace. If it's third, we're probably going to choose Harper.
I don't know, man. Because even if you get Cooper, man, or you get Ace, and you have no point guard, you're going to be bad. I mean, really, really, really,
right.
Really bad.
But there's free agency as well, and if we have the $100 million cap space, we could use a chunk of that to get a point guard. A Tyus Jones. Heck, I know you don't want to say Lonzo Ball, but you get him at a discount. It's not the worst thing in the world. Like there will be options for the point guard position, BK. Like it's not
Tyus
just you draft alone.
Really?
He's a competitive type player. He's not a bad player. If he has a really good season with the Suns, I hope you change your opinion on him. He's a gamer. He's not a bad player.
I like him offensively. I'm not saying he's garbage, but I'm just saying, like, are you going to go on a deep playoff run with him? You know, like, no.
But he's a building block to where you want to get eventually. Like the Nets do need building block players as well. It's not just this is the one core you have of players, and that's gonna take us to a championship. Like you need pieces to build and build. Like Tyus could eventually become a backup to us if we're in a deep team. Like there is potentiality there, and there's
He's
gonna
a
be other point
backup
guards
point
there
guard,
too.
man. Like you want to. I mean, he's too small. He'll get. I mean, now the NBA's allow more physicality right now.
So say
Five
Fred
years ago,
VanVleet's available
Jonathan,
in a
I'm with
few.
you. When
So
they were
Fred Van,
actually, huh? Go ahead.
so if Fred VanVleet's available in a year or two, and the Nets have a chance to get him,
Uh,
you wouldn't want to get him. I mean, he was
no,
undrafted
man,
and
he's
became a champion.
a backup. I mean, I'm talking about like the average height in the NBA is like 6'6",
Wait,
6'7",
Fred
man.
VanVleet's a backup? Come on, BK. He's actually a
He's too
really skilled
small,
player.
man.
Don't matter. That guy won a championship.
He was a role player, man.
No, man, he was a big part of it. You got to give him his credit. He's
Role
not a bad
player.
player at
Oh,
all.
you
And you
wait,
said,
wait, wait. That's the year against the Golden State Warriors. He was
BK, I know you.
I don't give them that. No, 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 no,
Nah,
no.
BK, I know you don't like undersized guards, but you got to also give them
Nah,
some of
nah.
their
I'm talking
props as
about the
well.
championship. I'm talking about that championship, man. You had Kevin Durant went down and Klay went down. You ever play billiards, like Jonathan, like
I
pool?
do, not too much, man. A few times, not
I
too much.
played for a long time, right? So if your opponent actually scratches on the 8 ball, man, yeah, it's a default win. You're not gonna go out there and start beating your chest. Like you're getting your ass kicked all game, and then somehow your opponent actually scratches on the 8 ball. You're not gonna say, yeah, 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 I'm better than you when you're getting your ass kicked all game and everything. He just happens to get you happen to get a default victory right there, man. I'm not counting that championship because if Kevin Durant didn't go down and Klay didn't go down, there's no way Toronto was winning that series.
No, in fairness, you're not wrong there, but at the same time, those things did happen, and at the end, the team that was the most healthiest won, and they got to the finish line. So, and Fred VanVleet has done a lot of good for a guy who was undrafted and unproven. So it's like it can be done. And I'm just saying, in a few years, if he's one of those available point guards, but still don't have one, like he's an option. Like there are going to be options, BK, through the draft and free agency. So it's
No,
not
listen,
like
hold on, easy.
Simmons
If you
has
put
to
him on a
has to be
team
the
like with
reason why we make any moves at all. We don't really need his
hold on,
say to make moves at this point.
if you put him on a team like look what happened with Dennis Schroeder. Why Dennis Schroeder couldn't like really propel this team? I mean, they were only out of the playing spot for like 5 games. It's not like they were 10 games, out of the play. They were 5 games, and there was like a lot of close games that they probably could. I mean, 5 games. Dennis Schroeder too
Mm,
small. If this was like 5 years
okay,
ago, easy.
I'm
Hold on,
not
hold
gonna
on,
put that
Jonathan.
on.
Yeah, it's 5 years ago when they was giving those like touch fouls. You breathe on these point guards, then fine, yeah. But now the NBA is allowing more physicality right now. They're hitting them. They're being more physical, and that yeah. So what were you saying, Jonathan?
No, listen. At the end of the day, last season the team was kind of done after that whole Bucks fiasco thing happened, and I'm not going to put on Schroeder for why we didn't get any closer to a play-in spot. At the end of the day, the team was just not balanced. A lot of guys were injured. There was inconsistencies. Like it was really the team just not gelling at all. Chemistry wasn't there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So we could wait. Yes, Thomas Schroeder request trade, so we could find out. Wow, Orman.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like, where can Cam Thomas really go? And be real about this, man. Where can he go where he's going to be? The same thing with Lonnie Walker. Like Lonnie Walker doesn't have a home right now. I mean, where can he
Well, he signed
actually
with
really?
Boston. Well, he signed with
No, but
Boston, so
that's
he's got.
that's that's not a like a guaranteed contract. He still can get cut in training camp. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd be surprised if they let him go. I think if they put him in the G League, they will call him up at some point and he'll contribute for them. So he's really a depth piece for them right now. So not bad
I mean,
considering the markets are
if
very
Cam
small.
Thomas was to go to Boston right now, does he even come off the bench? Is he in their depth chart?
No, he definitely would definitely be coming off the bench player. He could take the role of that one guy. Who's that guy that they signed to that extension? He was kind of like a backup point guard of sorts. What's his name again?
I forgot.
What's his
I don't
name?
follow that team that much. I hate that team.
Yeah, he's the young player that he's the young player that rides the bench a lot, but when he comes in, he gets a lot of good shots off. Like I would see Thompson in that type of role, but he would contribute. But if you're looking at trading him right now, he'd probably be a 6 man on contending teams. I don't see them wanting to start him off the bat, but Thomas probably doesn't want that. So really, Brooklyn does have control of his contract situation. He's
Oh
probably
yeah,
going to agree to a good
Peyton
deal with
Pritchard.
them
Yeah,
at the end
Peyton
of the
Pritchard.
season.
Can I
Peyton
ask you a
Pritchard.
question? Can I ask a question? And
Gary.
it's a real question. Who's better, Karis LeVert or Cam Thomas? Who's a better basketball player?
Overall, Karis LeVert. It's
I
just
think
that
so too. Yeah,
he's just not consistent. Like when he was with us, he would have one good game and disappear for 6. Another good game, disappear for 6
games. He was good in that Philly series, and he was really good in the bubble. Like Karis LeVert is a good
Thanks,
player.
Gary.
Yeah. I like him. I like him. He's 6'7", speed. It's just that he's not consistent.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
He's not consistent. Yeah. And his shot,
Hey, Gary.
I don't know. His shot,
What's up, Jonathan?
His shot still hasn't really improved just yet. Like his form is still the same shooting form. I'm surprised he didn't really kind of work on it. But I like Harris. I was hoping we'd keep him, man, because he could run the point guard position. He could play the 1, the 2, the 3. He guards. He's quick. Star Traffic disagrees with you, Gary. He says that Cam Thomas is actually better than LeVert.
I mean, LeVert has the ability to get to the rim, though. That's the thing. That's where it was good at in Brooklyn.
LeVert had a full offensive game. He just wasn't a consistent shooter. But when he got cooking, if he could get a shot drop, and he scored 50 against Boston. He could score.
I like the fact that he you don't have to like run plays for him. Like he cuts, he moves without the basketball, like a lot of give and goes, back doors. Cam Thomas doesn't really even do that. It's not like you're looking at it. Who was actually saying that? Oh, Star Traffic. Yeah, I mean you're just looking at Cam Thomas. Yeah, isolation, like shot making. Yeah, Cam Thomas. But all the other stuff, like the defense, ability to actually play passing lanes, be a disruptor on defense, quicker. Able to finish. I would like in traffic. Like I would say, definitely Karis LeVert.
Well, this is going to be Thomas's big test. If Jordan wants to run a fast tempo offense with like no isolation, this is where Thomas' efficiency has to be really good. Like it can't just be him missing a lot of shots.
If you're going to play fast, you got to play hard. And be physical, and cause turnovers. I don't know if that's in Cam Thomas's repertoire right there. We'll see.
Well, that's also part of the strategy of tanking. If you play super fast and you don't do ISO, it means you have a higher chance of missing a lot more than you're making. So I kind of understand the strategy there. But at the same time, it's a test too for Thomas. Can you get better at changing your style up? Like I think that's what they're asking from him this season, as far as being one of the main leaders of the team or as the main guy. So can he adjust to that?
Let me ask Gary something, man. So would you Gerard actually agrees with me. He says if Ben Simmons remains healthy, then you could focus on Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey. If not, then you have to draft Dylan Harper. So that's the thing, though. Without a point guard, I was explaining this to Jonathan. If you get like Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey, without a point guard, Gary, I mean, this team is just going to be bad for years and years and years and years and years, man. So would you want to keep Ben just to run the offense? I'm not saying he has to be the next LeBron James, just to be a point guard.
I don't want to keep Ben. I like Ben. I like when Ben plays, but come on, I don't disagree with a lot of what you say about Ben Simmons, right? But he's played how many games in the 3 years he's been here? You can't keep him.
Well, no. All right. So the guys confuse me. Like they confuse me for saying that I want him to run out, like be that guy to take us to the next level. No. I just want him to actually be a point guard guy. I just want him to run the offense. Get Cooper Flag. If you get Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey, get them in their spots. Where they're not working against the shot clock and they work. Because if you don't have no point guard, you and you have Cooper Flag bringing the ball up. They are going to be working in the offense within like 8 seconds, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Where if you have a point guard, they have 17 seconds to work with, rather than 8 to 10 seconds to work with.
Yeah, but
like my whole life I played basketball and I was a non-scoring point guard. Ever since like I started playing basketball, I had an older brother and my job was just get my brother the ball. Right, all my life I was a non-scoring point guard, and like I like Simmons. Like he when he plays, he adds value, and then he's 6'10", so now he's a defensive issue. He can block shots, he can rebound, but I can't bring him back because he doesn't get on the court. Like if you say 1 year deal, vet minimum. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Until he can prove to be healthy. But
I feel
go ahead. I'm sorry, Gary.
If he plays this year, someone's going to give him more than that. And I'm going to say, go ahead. Right? Like if you're saying just a vet minimum 1 year deal, yeah, I would give him that and I'd bring him back for that.
Yeah. Because like I said, if you don't bring back Ben, then you have to draft. You have to get a point guard. I mean, that's like the most. And it depends on how the Nets actually look at it. Are you going to draft for needs, or are you going to draft for best available player? So need is a point guard. You need someone to actually run the offense, man.
But don't you think Ben is better off somewhere OKC, somewhere some small market Utah where there's not so much pressure on him?
It depends on the type of pressure that they actually want to put on him or fans want to put on him. I just want him to be a point guard. I just want him to run the offense, get Cooper Flag in his spots. Because like Cooper Flag, I mean, he's still limited offensively. I don't see what the big hype is. I mean, he had another like.
I'm with you on that.
He had another endorsement deal. I'm like, why? He's not better. He's not better than Paulo Banchero. You know, he's not even on the same like. I'm trying to think. He's not even on the like. There's nowhere even near like Paulo Banchero. So
can I address what Star Traffic said in the shot about Ace Bailey shot selection is awful?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because he's a shot maker. Shot makers Kobe Bryant took bad shots. Carmelo Anthony took bad shots. Allen Iverson took bad shots, right? Like, I get what you're saying, but guys who can make really difficult shots sometimes take bad shots. You know why? Because they can make them, right? I mean, Cam Thomas takes bad shots. It's just, I get, like, that's a downfall on Ace Bailey. But, like, if you look at all the premier scorers in the league, all the premier shot makers, they all took questionable shots.
Yeah. It's just you have to make them. You have to be efficient somewhat. You know, you can't go like let's say if Ace Bailey's going to score like 20 a game, you know, he can't do it in 30 shot attempts. You know, it has to be within like 17 to 18 shots. Yeah. Is what you kind of.
But Ace Bailey at his size and he's going to get to the line. Like he's going to be able to get his points no matter what. Like if his shot's not falling, he's still going to get to the hole and get to the line and get his points like that. That's why like, I look at Ace Bailey. I think that's a generational talent.
Yeah,
because he's complete, and even if nothing's going for him that day, he's still 6'10", long and fast, right? Like so, he's still going to be able to create havoc no matter what. That's the guy I want. Like I kind of want the number 2 pick in the draft, not the number 1, because All
right, so this is the question though, Gary. You still need a point guard to run the offense though. You need to get he needs to get like Ace Bailey in a position where he can actually be most efficient. So that's why I'm saying keep Ben for like at least 2 years. And then we'll see what the 2026 point guards look like.
Can I just say this, BK, though? The thing is this. Ben Simmons has no real say over what moves we make. If we get the 1 or 2, we're taking Cooper or Ace, and that's it. Like Gary said, see you, Ben, bye.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to be bad, though, John. You know what I'm saying? Look at Cade Cunningham, right? Look at Detroit. No point guard. Bad. Washington. Bad. No point guard. You need a point guard, man. San Antonio. No point guard. Yeah.
I want to address like one thing. If we did get Ace Bailey, like you could keep Cam Thomas at the 2, right? Because you'd have Ben Simmons a 6'10" point guard. You'd have Ace Bailey a 6'10" 3. You'd have Clowney 6'10" 4 and Claxton a 6'11" 5. You'd have all that size, all that length. Like you could compensate defensively for Cam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could disguise, you could mask, and you could scheme for that, right? Like Cam wouldn't get picked on as much when you have all that length and all that rim protection around him. Keeping Ben Simmons is not the worst idea if it's for a vet minimum. He really does offer a lot. Like, he's a 6'10" point guard with great vision.
Yeah.
He does offer, and defensively, you can play Cam now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have Cam and Ace, I mean, if you have Ben Simmons and Ace Bailey, you can cover up a lot of Cam Thomas's deficiencies.
On defense. Yeah. He also on offense, he actually puts Cam in better spots.
He's going to make Cam a better offensive player for sure.
Yeah, he makes him a better offensive player. So this is what I'm trying to say. I'm just telling everybody's probably thinking like, yo, I want Ben Simmons to be that guy that leads us. No. I want him to be a point guard. That's it. Just run the offense, 14 points a game, 9 assists a game, like Jason Kidd was. I mean, and if he could shoot, hey, even better, man. But just, like Jason Kidd got the Nets to the finals. I mean, I know it's a different era now, man, but like without really having to really shoot or anything like that, So, I just want him to be up the point guard. That's it. So that's the whole thing, man. This is what I'm trying to explain to Jonathan. So if he wants Cooper Flag bad, but again, if you don't have a point guard, like the team will suffer for years and years and years. Cooper Flag is not going to look as good. He's not. That's what I'm trying to explain to Jonathan right there. You need a point guard. And Easy E saying, even risking a roster spot for Ben is dangerous. Let's let him walk. All right. So all right, Easy E, who are you going to get to run the offense, man? I mean, you want to be Detroit? You want to be bad for the next 10 to 15 years? If San Antonio doesn't get a point guard, I mean, they're going to be bad. They're going to be really, 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 really bad. I mean, like, even though Victor is a really, really good player, but like, if you put a bigger physical player on him, I mean, he's not going to just be able to like explode, through those guys. I seen like even when Ben Simmons was guarding him last year. I mean, Ben Simmons was being physical with Wemby, and it was tough for Wemby to really kind of get off. So you need like a point guard to really kind of get Wemby in good spots. So it depends on what you guys want to, if you guys want to be Detroit for the next 10 years, even if you draft a point guard. I'm looking at this draft over here, and there's a couple of point guards I think in here. Let me see. Let me go down. These guys are, are they NBA ready? Or do they have Dylan Harper ability right there? So I mean, you do agree though, because like even with, I mean, see, Gary, if you don't have a point guard,
like I said, point guard running the show. Someone's got to do it, and that's why I want Alonzo Ball. And
all right, I'm gonna let Gary answer this question over here. He says, Oren, BKNY hoops, but seriously, can the panel explain to me who exactly is putting an offer out for Cam Thomas?
I don't know. Like, he'll have value because he can score the ball. IQ quickly just got $37 million. Someone will trade for Cam. I can't tell you who, but there's a lot of teams out there. One of them will put a trade together for him. Like, someone will value him quickly.
Yeah, but are you getting? Sorry, BK, my connection is on.
That's all right. That's all right.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Are you getting a Mikal Bridges type of haul though? I mean, so before you came on, yeah. So Gary, Jonathan actually thinks that you can get 2 first-round picks for Cam Thomas if he was to go to Denver.
That was the fair package, Gary. I was saying, not the 6 Mikal thing that he's talking about.
I don't think that's two first rounds for Cam. I think that's I think that's reasonable.
Yeah. What? That's more than reasonable. This guy's not worth 3 or 4. Listen, Thompson's a good scorer, but you're not going to give him
1 first-round pick. I'm not 2 for a guy who can't even start. Listen, I'm not hating. Listen, I'm being real, man. Like I said, this is not a clown show that I'm actually running over here. My fanboy hat is actually. I like Cam. I'm not saying I'm not hating on Cam. I'm just saying, like, you got to look at like all the other shooting guards in the NBA, right? They had him ranked, I think, as 15. I think that's just that's being generous right there.
I think that's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a few people open that was a little interesting. I mean, Austin Reeves, I don't know. If you talk about like, individual scoring between him and Reeves,
Well,
I think
Austin Reeves is a better playmaker than.
You want a team that would trade for him? Indiana Pacers.
I mean, would you say Thompson would be the backup though on that team though, Gary? Right? I don't think he'd start with Halliburton.
He's gonna play with when they can't get anything going in a in a playoff series, right? Mm-hmm. When Halliburton can't run up and down and the game slows down and they can't get any buckets, and we know that Halliburton can't create his own shot in the mid range, right? He's either a layup or a 3-pointer. They can now put the ball in Cam's hand, and Cam can create. He can create his own shot. Halliburton really can't create his own. If you look at Halliburton,
I hate him in the half court set. Yeah.
He's not good in the half court set, and the playoffs are played in the half court. The Pacers are going to be a playoff team. Like Cam Thomas would help that team out a lot.
You know what the trade package would be for Thomas? So for the Pacers, I'd ask for 2 picks and Benedict Mathurin. Man, you'd have to give me Mathurin. That would be something I would be open to. If you have Mathurin, those 2 picks, there's your future right there in a nutshell, along with whoever you get in next year's draft. Like, good, interesting point, Gary. Like, I'd be
hold on, man. Austin Reeves over Jalen Green, they're bugging, man. Get out of here. They're bugging out. I mean, this is crazy.
I told you that was
Austin Reeves a lot, but yeah, I'm with Jalen Green by a mile. But a lot of people like Austin Reeves.
Yo, DJ, pull up, man. Let me get the link in here.
No, let's listen. If Austin Reeves is on a team with LeBron James, are we really rating this guy super high? I don't think so. I mean, come on, let's be fair.
Like Austin Reeves is fine, but for 90% of the game, he stands in the corner. Like I just don't value guys like that much, right? Like Patty Mills. It's like, what are you really offering? I people like the way that Reeves plays in the pick and roll and stuff, but Reeves is the guy that stands mostly in the corner.
Bradley Beal.
They even had Bradley Beal over Thomas, and I'm like, Bradley didn't even play last season, and when he did play in the playoffs, he did not factor at all. I mean, remember that? What was that game 4 against the Timberwolves? I think he was like very bad. Like, I'm surprised that Beal gets rated over Thomas, man, because Thomas honestly could really
really, Jonathan? Are you crazy, man? Bradley Beal healthy is I mean, he can dunk on play. He's much more quicker, much more explosive.
I mean, in Washington
is you seriously going to debate that, John?
No, I'm just saying.
Can Cam Thomas become not Bradley? Can he have that kind of production? Can he have Bradley Beal production? Not that he's the same player. But can he score the same amount and put up the same kind of numbers as Beal with Washington?
And be efficient, not have to shoot 35 shots.
I mean, if you think about it, he is a lot like Beal in his early years. Like Beal in his early years, like not the athleticism part, but just the scoring aspect, I think is just the same.
I think I don't know. Do you guys like Beal, or do you think he's empty stats?
I like Beal. I do think he's empty stats.
You used to like him. I just don't see the same guy anymore, man. It's unfortunate because I think Beal at one point was one of the best players in the Eastern Conference, and it's just see him in the Western Conference. It's I see KD and Booker, but I'm like, why is Beal not even being talked about with those guys?
He's on a big situation, and they have to find an offensive identity. Somebody on that Phoenix team has to be a role player, man. Not everybody
has to be Beal because he's the one that's showing like slippage in his game, so he should be him.
Well, Tyus Jones should help with the playmaking aspect. That should help free up Beal to just be a good scorer.
I think Beal need to come off the bench.
Well, I'm telling you, I think they should. I think they should.
Like somebody,
he needs to be that high
with LeBron James. Somebody has to be a role player.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think it's gonna be Beal though. I do think it's gonna be Beal.
So they got so DiVincenzo, I think, is better than Cam Thomas, man. I'm sorry. I don't know how they put him up here, like 16, 15. I say Anthony Simons is better. Again, just way more quicker, athletic.
Hang on. DiVincenzo is another guy that spends most of the game
He plays hard, though, man. He plays hard.
It is.
If you want,
I like Dante though. I like Dante DiVincenzo, bro.
Yeah, man. He plays hard. No, I'm not just looking at it from offense, Gary. I'm talking about the defense too. He plays hard, man.
DiVincenzo
I don't know. That's
was
hard,
on a
bro.
team that won a championship, right? And he never got off the bench. What does that tell you?
Oh,
I mean, with the Knicks, he averaged like how many points a game? 15 points.
Yeah, he got cooking in the playoffs. He did. That was his Buster Douglas moment. He's never going to do that.
Wasn't he though? Did he get hurt?
That sounds like a little hate, though, bro.
That's not hate.
Say that.
He's
he's never
been in
gonna
the
do it
league
again.
6 years. He is what he is. Like he's been in the league how long?
I'm not saying DiVincenzo was better than Cam, but I just do think like DiVincenzo brings a lot more to a contending team than what Cam would.
I mean, if you're talking about being a scrapper and a grappler, I think Dante does bring that. But I agree with you on that.
The defense is crazy, bro. It's not like he's a bad.
But if you're talking about interior game, I say Thomas beats Dante. Dante, though, is better from off the line, the 3-point line, than he is interiorly. So I think that's where
he was injured. I was saying he was
minutes
injured
in the playoffs with Milwaukee, but Bryn Forbes did. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Remember Forbes? That kid was great for 5 minutes to win a championship, and you never heard of him. You never heard of him again after that.
DiVincenzo was hurt.
What was that?
Yeah.
DiVincenzo was injured.
He was hurt. He was injured.
DiVincenzo was hurt?
Yeah, he was injured.
He had a foot injury. He had some type of foot injury.
Is that why he didn't play?
Yeah, he didn't play. He didn't have.
That's why they brought the Forbes kid in, and then he was great, and then he wasn't.
Jeff Teague on that team too, right? Like, and
yeah.
The year they won the championship,
yeah.
So I'm not just looking at it from scoring. So like so Anthony Simons, I like him over Cam Thomas, man.
That's to me, that's like 50-50. Like that's
it's 50-50 for me.
Nah, Simon shouldn't be on Portland anymore. He should be on a different team playing good basketball, man. I feel bad for him. I feel like he's got robbed some of his career years already. Like he's
Portland doesn't really get much talent though, John. So I mean, you can't let a guy like that go.
Yeah, but they also have a lot of young guys too. So it's like for the right deal, I think Portland would open their minds because they already have a young.
What you gonna do? You gonna trade Anthony Simons and build around Shaedon Sharpe?
Well, I don't think Anthony wants to be there, honestly, DJ. I think he's ready to jump somewhere new. I mean, they kind of have their young pieces already set up. They got Scoot, they got Klingon, so they kind of got that little core, and they got Sharpe. So it's like Anthony's kind of like the guy that's just there, ready to go somewhere else at this point, which I don't blame him at this point.
I would trade Sharpe before I trade Anthony Simons.
Yeah, I mean, Anthony Simons, that's what I'm saying. So Buddy Yield. So no, I think Cam Thomas. I'm not hating. I'm just looking at the whole package, man. Defense too, playing hard, being a disruptor, getting into passing lanes. Klay Thompson. I don't think he even deserves to be all the way down here. I know he fell off a cliff.
Wait, they got Cam over Klay.
Yeah.
At this point, current Klay, man, like Klay's one of my favorite players of all time. He's shot. He's done.
No, listen, it's gonna be interesting to see what Klay does with Dallas. I mean, is he gonna be that? Is he gonna be that third best scorer on that team? Or if Klay's not, I think he'll play him off the bench at that point.
They basically saying he's better than Klay Thompson.
He is better than Klay Thompson.
What?
At this point, right now, not Klay Thompson from 2017, not Game 6. This Klay, he can't play. He can't play anymore. He
averaged 18 points a game last year.
Yeah, I mean, y'all making it seem like Klay just had a bad season. I don't think he's like. I mean, he is washed, but he just had a bad season.
Get better?
No, he can't get better. I mean, he's older now.
It's just gonna keep getting worse. That's what I'm saying.
I think they should play Klay off the bench because his scoring, I think, would help more in that second year.
All right. Hold on. This is a good question over here, man. DJ's gonna like this over here.
That's terrible.
So, Gary, who's more valuable on a team, though? Cam Thomas or Klay Thompson?
Klay. That's what I mean.
I want Gary to answer that.
At this point, at this current stage of their career, current Klay Thompson or Cam Thomas?
Current Klay Thompson.
Cam Thomas.
What?
Klay Thompson is no longer a good defender. That was evident in the Boston series, and it's gotten worse every year since. Look, if all you want Klay Thompson to do is stand in the corner and shoot open threes, he can do that, and he'll do it okay. But
think about championship wise, though,
that's
bro.
All Klay Thompson can do. All Klay Thompson can do is take stationary threes and get cooked on defense. That's all he can do.
Yeah, I would start Klay in that starting lineup. Definitely off the bench.
Cam gets cooked worse.
Cam can create his own offense. Like if you're playing someone in the playoffs and they're on a 12-0 run and you need to stop the bleeding, Cam Thomas can get in the half court, create his own offense.
So Gary, what I was showing before you got on the show, right? I was showing these highlights. So there was a lot of possessions here, right?
Right now, right now he's better than Klay. Yeah, he might be right, bro.
Yeah, so there was a lot of possessions right here, right? Let me see. Let me play this again over here, man. Where guys are Cam Thomas couldn't even get by defenders over here, man. They were actually able to really slide their feet and stay with them, and then Cam Thomas actually had to put up like a bad shot, like with a defender draped all over him. So, and you look at Donovan Mitchell, right? Donovan Mitchell can blow by guys.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell's better.
It's the same thing. I mean, it's the same thing.
Donovan Mitchell's better than Cam. I agree with that.
Yeah, but it's the exact same thing though. I was watching these highlights because I don't know if it was this package, but it was like a whole bunch of Cam Thomas in isolations, and they're showing you the actual made shots. Now, a lot of these tough shots he makes, but then he misses a lot of these shots too. See how that he couldn't get. He was trying to get to the rim, and who's this defender over here? They were actually able to stay with him and contest the shot. So that's what I'm saying. Like Cam Thomas is not the most quickest guy.
Is that Aaron Gordon? Is that Gordon?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, Aaron Gordon. Yeah,
I'd see the throw here. I'm like, okay, that's Gordon.
Yeah, and this is the guy that Cam Thomas is 6'2", 6'3", Aaron Gordon 6'9". I mean, he should be able to win that matchup right there. And Aaron Gordon still is able to slide his feet, move with them, and able to contest the shot. So. Don't look at the makes. I know he makes the shot, but then he misses a lot of these shots too, though, Gary.
Yeah, but nobody said a screen for Thomas. See, like somebody said a screen's there, it could be way more different.
Donovan Mitchell need a screen though, Jonathan. He can blow by
Donovan Mitchell has the high athletic upside, but wait, BK. But Donovan Mitchell has an advantage, so you got to remember that too. He's got
what advantage? What are you talking about?
The high athleticism, the way he can blow by players. Thomas doesn't have that in his bag.
You can be quick without being, athletic though.
Well, we're talking about going to the rim and dunking the ball. Thomas can't do that without getting really defended well. So it's like that's a huge difference.
Is that what you're talking about? Or are you just talking about just the quickness?
The quickness is if this was Donovan Mitchell in this spot,
I told you that Thomas needs to manipulate the defense. I told BK, but I told you at the beginning of the show he needs to manipulate the defenses better, utilize his bigs more with him. Like Thomas needs to do that more.
If you look at his rookie year and he was a lot quicker back then. Cam,
did you see the picture of him today on the Brooklyn Network show on your Twitter? He looks a lot leaner. It looks like he got in shape a bit this offseason.
Is that why Cam is not that quick anymore? Because he put on so much weight?
I mean, he does need a little more muscle. I mean, he looks a little better for I saw the video.
It's just that I don't think he has the speed like that. I mean,
but BK, look at his rookie year, though. I mean, he was a lot quicker.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, there was nobody scouting for him. Guys aren't really playing defense on him like that. But you see, I'm showing over here where like guys are actually really playing defense on him, and he should be able to cause against that matchup against Aaron Gordon. He should actually be able to cause some type of help to come because again, you have a size disparity. Like Cam Thomas should be a smaller, quicker guard against a 6'9", 6'10" power forward. He
worked more on his handles though. That is one thing I'm hoping for.
Who's that, Cam?
Yeah, his handles, bro.
And footwork. Yeah.
And playmaking.
Yeah, just everything. But I'm mainly just waiting to see his playmaking and his ball handling, bro.
Yeah,
I know defense.
Gerard, everybody cooks Dennis Schroeder, man. Like Dennis Schroeder is one of those guys where you're gonna have a really, really good shooting night if he's actually guarding you like single coverage.
So Gerard says for the past 10 years, bro. like what's up with this, bro? Like Schroeder's a bum, bro. He's a scrub, bro. Stop it.
Yeah,
he's a pro. Schroeder's a pro. Like he's on an all-star.
No, bro. I don't see it, bro. I don't see it.
I mean, you want Dennis Schroeder as your starting point guard, though, Gary?
No, I don't want him as. I want him as a backup point guard. I don't want him as a starting point.
I mean, there's room there for backup than starting. Yeah.
Wow, Jonathan, you actually changed, man.
No, I've said that before that he could be a backup. So I agree with him,
man.
I'm trolling a little bit. He's not a bum, bro. I'm trolling a little bit.
No, DJ, you just like talking trash with him, man. We know that.
He's mid. He's
No, listen, if he would have took the right contract with the Lakers, I think his career would have been a lot better than what it is. But he thought he outsmarted the NBA, and the NBA was like, "No, you're not worth this," and that's when his career really derailed.
I'm telling you, bro, he'll be better off going overseas, bro. He's gonna be better off.
Nah, listen, if he just would have stayed with the Lakers, man, he was so good for the Lakers because he was doing so much well. But when it came to the money, he thought, "I deserve LeBron James money," and they're like, "We can't give you that." So his career kind of just went down like that.
The NBA is done with these small guards, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what before you got on here, DJ, and before I was telling Jonathan, I'm like, listen, physicality's back, man. I mean, they allow
these small guards ain't lasting that long in this league, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's be interesting to see how, when the money keeps going up, what players are going to get up. Is that you got guys like Lonnie Dennis that have to accept minimums or even Exhibit 10 deals, which is crazy. Lonnie should be accepted Exhibit 10 deal. Should be at least a minimum 1-year contract. Like, it's going to be crazy to see how some players who are actually decent are going to have to accept minimal, like to very minimal contracts.
I think Lonnie does.
Lonnie Walker got an Exhibit 10, right, with Boston?
Yeah, which is not a guaranteed deal, but he goes to the G League if they keep him, and he can be called up at any point till then, which is interesting. But it's just weird too at the same time.
Lonnie Walker has offensive game though. No one wants him.
It's the CBA era, Gary. If the CBA era wasn't here right now, he'd get a 1-year deal at least.
I don't think anybody. I mean, he was he was out there for a while. I don't think anybody wanted him.
I mean, look at Dennis Smith Jr. right now. He's still nobody got him. He might have to sign Exhibit 10.
Come on, bro. Dennis Smith Jr. is straight hot garbage, bro. Like, I don't know how
I like his hustle. I like his energy, but he's no good.
Yeah, he's garbage, bro. He hasn't worked
all this time in the NBA. He still shoots like 27% from three. I don't get it.
The best he looked was probably that Charlotte. Like that, I think the last game I saw was with that Charlotte Hornets, bro. I think that was the last game I saw of him when he was actually.
He just can't stay healthy, man. If this guy could stay healthy, he probably could have developed better. But he always gets injured when he starts playing well. I noticed that with his career. Every time he starts playing well, he just gets injured. Man. It's annoying.
Again, defense. Playmaking, man. You know, like this a lot.
And he's injury prone a little bit.
It sucks. It sucks for Dennis, man. It really does. Same with Lonnie.
What did you expect Lonnie to get though, John? I mean, he's
like a 1-year deal at least on a contending team, but Exhibit 10. I'm surprised the Celtics didn't want to give him just a contract. Like he would be good on their team.
They don't need him. It's the same thing with Cam Thomas.
They just grabbed him just for an insurance.
Yeah, but they don't have KP. The Celtics don't have KP to start the season for the first 2 months. So it's like Lonnie can be that extra offense that you're going to need.
Nah,
you can't Brown carrying the load in that front unit.
You can't use Lonnie as a replication of what KP does.
KP does.
No, as far as offense expansion, not what KP does. It's like they could use that.
Offense too. KP can give you 30, an efficient 30.
Lonnie gives you 18 plus healthy. So
it's up and down, man.
What was he getting? Hold up, BK. Was he giving you 18 plus when he was with the Lakers?
Well, he did in that playoff series. See, that playoff series where that big game was really good.
He was a 6-man. It wasn't like he
but that was like the first 20, 25 games where, you know, it's a marathon in the NBA. You know, you can't just go out.
Was he giving you 18 with the Spurs?
He was still very raw then with the Spurs, though. That was just when he was just starting out.
What was he giving you, BK, in the Spurs? What, like 15 points?
I think it was like 15 points a game. Yeah.
Nah, bro. He's like a 10. He's like a 10, 15 point per game scorer, bro.
And he doesn't pass. That's the thing. 1.4 assists.
Do you guys think that they should take the cap salary off the NBA like they do with MLB, like where the money just keeps growing and growing? Because it seems like this CBA stuff is kind of like forcing players to accept minimum contracts, especially players that aren't bad players.
They don't want blowouts, Jonathan. They want like the finals. They want it to go 6-7, man. They don't want like 5-game, 4 games.
Yeah, but it's also like you look at the vets that are coming towards the end of their career, they're getting $60 to $70 million deals where guys who are still barely hit their prime, like Alani, has to accept basically nothing. So don't you think that at a certain point?
Bro,
I'm not talking about Lonnie. I'm talking about players. I'm talking about players like around Lonnie's age that are forced to accept those kinds of deals, whereas players towards the end of their careers are still getting $60 to $70 million extensions. Don't you think that's going to come to a head at a certain point if they don't fix that?
Well, I mean, you got to look at it like this: the guys that are getting the $60+ million, they're giving you more on the court than what a guy like a role player like Lonnie Walker is.
Okay, I can understand that, but how about with Damian Lillard right now with the Bucks? He didn't have a good season, and if he doesn't have a good season this year, he's got a $60 million option coming up. Like, do you think that that's warranted for Damian, even though
this is a good question from
downward spiral?
Yeah, who is he gonna play for? Like,
whose minutes are you giving Lonnie for on Boston? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, you could kind of put him in that Payton Pritchard role, whereas like Pritchard
he's
wasn't
not.
already getting good minutes.
He's not getting more minutes than Payton Pritchard. You crazy?
I mean, Lonnie could kind of just play some games. Like they could do like a platoon type
There's
situation.
No way you're saying that right now, bro.
Him and Payton.
Payton Pritchard just got paid, bro.
Yeah, but they still want to really utilize him. So it's like you could use Lonnie or Payton on any given night.
You think Lonnie's playing in the playoffs? You think he's going to get a lot of minutes?
I mean, he'll definitely give you those backup minutes.
John, there's only so many minutes to go around. Cam Thomas couldn't crack Boston's rotation.
No.
Like, how is Lonnie Walker going to get – Payton Pritchard still plays defense. Like, Payton Pritchard's a better shooter, which is what they want. Like
better playmaker, too.
Yeah, Lonnie Walker's not getting 1 minute over Payton Pritchard.
No, fair points. I'm just saying you can never have enough of an offensive spark, and Lonnie does give you that when he is healthy. So it's not a bad thing for the Celtics to have him as an option if they need him, because injuries do happen, and you plug Lonnie and you're going to be good for the Celtics. So it's like it's a good move for them if they need to use it. It depends what happens with the players, who's healthy and who's not healthy. Like there could be something open for him. Even if it's not, you're still good having Lonnie in your back pocket if you need him. Like it's not a bad thing.
And that's why they signed him, bro. They're not signing him to give him like 20 minutes a game, bro. Like he's not.
Yeah, but you want that to be a trend. You want that to be a trend though for a lot of players in this league, especially at Lonnie's age, that have to get those Exhibit 10 deals because of the way the CBA's lined up. Like you don't want that to be a trend though, because it kind of makes people go, "Whoa, okay, this is how it is now." Like that's what I'm worried about.
Garbage time minutes, bro. He's gonna be coming in at like fourth quarter, like 5 minutes left.
Maybe.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's the same
he's washed,
thing,
bro. He's washed. Yeah. Like I'm so serious, BK. He's washed, bro.
I know.
There's a reason why he's out there in free agency for so long.
He should have signed with the Warriors. The Warriors kind of need some offensive sparks on that bench.
Kuminga and all these and most no, man. No, man. No.
Well, I mean, Kuminga does want a max contract. You want to give Kuminga that max contract?
I don't even think the Warriors gonna be that bad, though. I don't think.
Did you see Kuminga's new look, man? He got the new golden hair look going on, Kuminga. I thought it was like Dennis Rodman's kid for a second, man. He changed up his whole look already.
Who's the?
I think he wants that money.
They want to know who is the backup shooting guard for the Nets.
That's a good question. Who is our backup shooting guard? I forgot.
Yeah, let me see.
Johnson?
I can't believe we signed Killian Hayes, bro. Oh my god.
That's he's working on his game. That's going to be the guy who gets that pick.
No, I saw something from Nets Kingdom that he's actually working on his game.
I've seen that, bro.
I saw something from Nets. Oh yeah.
Like what's up with the Nets fan? Why are we hyping up these players these reject players, bro?
The one guy I think could really improve is Zaire, man, just because of the height and defensive potential. He's the one guy who could improve.
When it comes to we accepting mediocrity, like what is this, bro?
This is what I've been preaching on. I've been harping on this, man. I've been trying to
we really hyping up Killian Hayes and
Easy He's talking about like why you mad at Killian though. So
what? Yo, I'm convinced they don't watch basketball, bro.
Hey, listen, me and Gary ain't mad at Killian. Start him, put him in the closing lineup. We will be Killian fans this season, man. I got the jersey lined up, man.
His offensive awareness is so bad, bro. He has no offensive game.
It's the Brooklyn Killian era, man. See how that rhymes?
And he gets killed. I'm talking about like everybody in the league.
I don't know, Gerard. He couldn't crack the summer league. He looked really, really.
No, they got to put Tariq in the G League, man. That guy's not going to get the minutes. He's going to get hurt. Put him in the G League, man. We cannot have him get injured again, man. If he gets injured again, you're gonna have to trade him at a certain point.
Tariq got to be.
Easy saying, DJ. That's the whole point. You know, you're tanking.
I know, but bro, like you can. It's not like we had to sign Killian Hayes, bro. Like we was gonna be bad either way. You don't have to sign Killian Hayes.
He's Ben's replacement, DJ. It's what we know. Inside information. He does almost everything Ben could do, which is be available and throw out assist pass. That's about it.
Killian Hayes drafted like 7th overall or 5th overall, something.
It was terrible, bro. Terrible.
No, he got out to a decent start, but he got that hip injury, man. And then his career just
no, John. Don't even say that. Don't say that, bro.
No, like
excuse.
His numbers were not bad the last time he was available, but
go look
they
at it. Go look at
didn't
it.
like him.
Go look
Go
at
watch.
it.
I'm telling you right, John. After this, go watch Detroit games, bro. He was bad, bro.
John.
No, he was pretty bad. I give you that, but he did have some career highs when they were losing, so it's something to work with there.
How did he get drafted? Like, I'm still confused on how he got drafted.
No, there's a lot of players that got drafted, man.
He's got decent size. He's got good vision. Like he's got these little float games and stuff. They just don't go in, right? Like you watch him and he throws up these little floaters. Like, oh, that looks, and it never goes in. Like
he's another guard that can't shoot.
No, that's what I was saying. I was saying that about Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton has a decent offensive game. It's just that he doesn't make a lot of the shots. You have to make shots, man.
Well, that's the thing with most of this roster team. You got guys with defensive potential, but you got guys that don't have really good shot making skills besides Thomas. So it's like, see who could be the best of the worst in that situation. Who could actually develop some type of shooting? It should be Claxton, but we'll see, man. We'll see.
Do you remember the 3-point shooter for the Heat and the Thunder, Daquan Cook?
Yeah.
He was a horrible shooter. Like, look at his stats; they're terrible. But he had like such a pretty jump shot. It's like that's gonna eventually.
You gotta make it. You have to be. Listen,
you're not a good shooter, bro. Like
you have to be efficient, man. Like you can't score like 16 points on 35 shot attempts, man. You can't do that.
The NBA is in a different direction now, bro. They don't want guys that can't score anymore, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You at least want one of those guys on your team, but not like 5 or 6. We have like 5 or 7 of those. We have like 5 or 7 of those guys on the team right now. So that's be fun.
Baku, he says, "Do you think Bogey plays?"
Nah. They're gonna trade Bogey at the deadline. I think he's definitely gonna be a trade chip.
I don't think he's gonna get bought out.
Maybe
maybe they trade him for something though. I would rather trade him for something than buy him out because I think that's a weak. Second round picks at this point, it's not a bad thing. You get something back for him than nothing.
He doesn't give you no kind of defensive resistance.
I'm trying to think, like, what is his value though? Because when he was in Detroit, they could have.
He's an insurance championship piece in the deep back of your bench.
He can't guard. Like he can't move his feet. There was a clip over here where Cam Thomas just blew right by him. You know, and
I think he's gonna get bought out. I don't think
he was big for the Knicks before he got hurt. I think he was their best 3-point shooter in the playoffs.
But think about it, though, John. A lot of these contending teams, if you're trying to trade him, are you trying to trade him to a contender?
I would try, especially if you could get some good second round picks for him.
Most of these teams already like solidified with their rosters right now. Bro.
Yeah, but anything can happen between now and then. So if we have a chance to give a contending team bogey for something good back, I'd rather do that than do a buyout. I think Mark's problem is he always waits too long to trade a guy, and then you could have got some value for that guy, but you waited too long. Like Marks cannot do that with these guys.
What type of value you think we're gonna get back for bogey? We're not gonna get a product.
Second round picks, man. At this point, I'm fine with that. I'm not asking for a haul, just like second round picks at this point.
Nah, he has no value. Gary, you think you can get something back for Bogey, man?
Second round pick.
If you take on another bad contract, you might get like a second round pick for him. I mean, he can score.
He's a lot older now, bro. How old is he? Like 36?
Yeah.
And they were comparing him. I remember when he first came out, man. They were saying he was the next Paul Pierce. I was laughing.
he can score, right? So if the Nets use him early in the season and he has like a couple of games where he scores 20 points, just trade him.
You know what? Yes. Let Bogey be the star, man. Let him be the star.
Yo, but BK,
maybe we get a first round pick. I can't say that.
What are we saying?
I'm just saying, like, it makes more sense to because these GMs probably looking at like, yo, maybe I should just wait till he gets bought out to just sign him for cheap.
Yeah. I mean, you're not gonna get no value out of him. Yeah.
No,
definitely.
You could get something back, but it's up to Sean, man. Sean can't just be like, I'm gonna buy the guy out, man.
He's like what, 36 years old, bro?
That's not bad. We get something.
You mean that's not bad?
Hey, any type of value is good value at this point. We kind of already got our assets lined up, but you have to add
maybe
extras.
If he was a LeBron James or Kevin Durant, but bro, he's a role player, bro.
What? We're comparing him to those guys.
I'm comparing the age.
Yeah, but like I said, he's at least a deep bench player on a championship team. Like he's that guy you would put in if you need to, but like he's also got veteran experience, good knowledge. So it's like you get something back for him. It's better than nothing.
He might be out the league soon.
I mean, heck, we could drop him to a team that's in a rebuild for some type of capital just because you want to get off his contract. Like, there's different ways you could get off of Bogey's contract with getting something back. It's just Sean Marks needs to figure out how to maneuver it. Like, hopefully.
Yo, BK, what about this trade proposal? Bogey for Dillon Brooks?
Nah, I don't want Brooks, man. That guy is such like, he's calling himself a villain, man, but it's like, be a real villain, man. Don't just do it for the cheap hype because LeBron silenced you already.
No, but you need that on the team, though. You need something like that on the team.
You need like a Draymond type like guy.
You need that annoying player.
Nah, but that's if we traded Johnson to the Rockets. Like, how much is he making, Brooks? How much is Brooks making?
No, I mean, listen, that's not a bad trade, though, man. Because you're not going to get any value out of Bogey whatsoever.
And Dillon Brooks is young, too.
Yeah, he's younger. Like, he's a good glue guy, I would say, man. You know, when you're not going to run your offense. Jonathan's probably thinking you're going to run your offense through him. No, you need guys that play hard.
I didn't say that.
No, well, that's what you were acting. Yeah, I mean, that's what you were acting like.
Wait, what? With Bogey?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a good trade for Dillon Brooks.
But how much are they making? Are they making the same amount of money? That's something I got to figure out. Because I don't think Bogey's making a lot.
Yo, Gary, I know you remember this guy right over here, right? Nick Van Axel.
Nick the Quick, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Man, that was my guy back then, man. Yo, I seen him like Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen try to trap him in the corner, right? So he did like a fake going left, and then he came back, fake going right, then coming back to his left hand. And Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen both fell into the stands, man. I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn. Nick was nice, man. Nick was nice.
Scotty's one of these guys where they say he's one of the great defensive players, but he gets cooked by everyone. Like, he got cooked by Nick Van Exel. He used to get cooked by Grant Hill on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant, 19-year-old Kobe Bryant cooked him. Like, Scotty's defense might be a little overrated. I'm just saying.
It just depends. Like I said, it depends on who you would like. A lot of those guys in the early 90s wasn't like, there was a couple of guys like Penny back then. Who
Penny
else?
was different though.
Penny was Penny was nasty.
Wait, who they talking about in the comments? They talking about Keon Johnson?
You were saying, can Keon Johnson get game time in your opinion?
He said he got offered a 3-year contract.
Where? Keon Johnson? She said that Keon Johnson's not a good dribbler. Let me see something. Let me look up his scouting report real quick. I think because of the scouting report, I understand, because I was like, damn, why Keon Johnson can't get burned? Because you don't really get a chance to really evaluate these guys unless they actually really play. Because initially I was on Claxton's and Cam Thomas. I was for these guys, and then
that's a huge not going to play.
And I'm like, where was it? What's his name? Keon Johnson's scouting report. Hold on.
I think the only way these guys play is maybe if like Ben or Dennis gets hurt or something like that.
I mean, Ben's not going to play all 82 games. We know that.
Nah,
right?
Ben going to play 10 games.
I said 27. You're going real low.
Let's see him get through 2 games, and he feels like he wants to play.
This year.
Yeah, he's right. What's his name? Was actually right. That Star Traffic was saying that Keon Johnson's handles is not really up there. So,
I mean, it's like y'all said, how many minutes is going to go around, bro? Because, like, if you want to trade Bogdan, DFS, and Cam Johnson, you're going to have to give them minutes to showcase them, bro.
Right, but you don't want to give them too many minutes to get themselves hurt.
That's what I was saying. Like,
that's what I was saying. Like, how many minutes, and then Nets fans want to see Keon Johnson play. They want to see the young guys play. And it's like, bro,
that's why I want to see Ben play a lot, because he's gonna make DFS and Cam Johnson look really, really good. But if you have nobody that could take pressure off of those guys, and they have guys that can stay in like Cam Johnson's airspace, then it's not gonna look good. He's not a high percentage one-on-one player, man. He's a role player.
Hey, BK, I'm telling you, Cam Johnson and DFS got to play like at least 30 minutes a game, bro.
No, but you need guys that can take pressure off of them. I mean, if you have guys that can, if you have Dennis Schroeder, is there any reason to double team Dennis Schroeder and take pressure off of Cam Johnson? No, you could just, you just pretty much, yeah.
I think the guy. That's why Cam has to become a passer, bro. You got to become a better playmaker.
But no, I was showing you in these clips right here, right? He doesn't even attract that many double teams, man. There was a lot of guys that's actually.
So you don't think next season, this upcoming season, that he's not gonna attract more doubles?
Nah, he's not that quick. Like Gary, say it, man. Gary, what's so bad about Cam Thomas?
He's an undersized 2. He's too small to guard big 2s, and he's too slow to guard point guards.
And what about on the offensively? Is he an explosive downhill threat where you got to like throw a double team at him like Ja Morant, Donovan, Ant-Man? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have that. There's no reason to really throw like a hard double team at Cam Thomas. It's just not based on what I'm seeing over here. Like there's a lot of guys over here that's able to move and like stay with him laterally.
But he can still hit those difficult shots, those contested mid.
But he misses a lot of those shots too, though, Gary.
He's not a consistent player.
They're not high percentage shots, right? Like they're not. But
yeah, that's the thing. I mean, this is why he can't really be a good passer. He just can't get that secondary defender to come at him and just hit guys like Aaron Gordon was able. You saw Anthony Edwards was destroying Aaron Gordon, man. I thought that would be a matchup problem for Anthony Edwards, and Ant-Man was just destroying Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon struggles with quick guards.
Yeah, and then on over here on this possession here, let me see if I can get it. Like Aaron Gordon was actually able to stay with him, but then if you look at the playoffs last season. Like Aaron Gordon was getting destroyed by Anthony Edwards, man. So yeah. He says, "Wow." It says JR saying Gary's very delusional about what?
What is he delusional about?
Yeah, JR. Yeah. Dylan Harper comes to
Gary
mind.
Be cooking, bro.
Yeah, he does, man. He said Dylan Harper will. Oh, he's probably talking about he was talking about his Cam Thomas take. About how he's too slow. Yeah, JR didn't like that, man. Yeah, he didn't like what Gary said.
I want guys to
say, I
wear
the game?
Cam Thomas jersey. I like Cam Thomas. I like Cam Thomas, but like, can we just be reasonable on what Cam Thomas is and what he isn't? He's a scorer. That's all he is. There's nothing else he can do. Like, I like Cam Thomas. I'm glad he's in that. I would sign him to a quickly type contract to keep him. I would. But like, guys think he's going to be more than that. He's going to be a point guard, that he's going to be diming people up like Steve Nash. It's not going to happen.
Nah.
Gary, don't even watch it. They don't watch the games, bro. They just look at highlights and they look at stats, bro. They don't watch the games, bro.
But you can look at these highlights right here, man. And if you have a trained basketball eye, you see that. Oh, hold on. Aaron Gordon's actually able to really move laterally with Cam Thomas. And then in the playoffs, like Ant-Man was destroying him. Like I was like, damn. So that's what I'm actually saying, because I did videos on Cam Thomas, man, like defending Cam Thomas. I want him.
It's just like the fanboy. That's when the fanboyism takes over, bro. Because it's like they see Cam and they think like, yo, he might be the next this, he might be the next that. Yeah. It's like, bro, you got to start seeing him for what he is, bro. He's a scorer. That's it.
I just watched him play more. I just watched him play more and more and more. I watched him play, and I'm like,
I can't just keep looking at highlights and looking at stats and saying like he's gonna be this and that. Watch the actual game, bro. Like, yeah, it's like y'all get so caught up in the scoring, y'all not looking at everything else.
Yeah, and like I said, he's not the like there's other players that are better than him in actually scoring, though. That's the whole thing. He's not like one of the best like scorers in the NBA, man. He's just not. I don't see it. This is Steph Curry better, like he's more efficient.
Like 5 years ago when you had the Lou Will, you just had the Jamal Crawford, like just guys that just scored all the time, bro. This is not the league anymore.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They value.
You got Anthony Simons is in the league because he can score. Quickly is in the league because he can score. Right, Jordan.
Well, Anthony playmakes though
a little bit. This is the first year that he really became a playmaker. That's true, but like that was new this year, and Anthony can't really score in the mid range either. He can't create his own shot in the mid range. Like Cam can. Cam offers you a lot offensively. It is hard to stop Cam, right? Like Cam is a legitimate 3-level scorer who can score in any offense. He's good. He's a bucket. Like Anthony Simons, if his if his threes aren't falling that day, he's going to have a tough time scoring.
I mean, that's you could say that about a lot of guards, though.
You can't say that about Cam, though.
But I don't know, because Anthony Simons does get to the rim.
He gets to the rim, right? He does, but it's kind of like the way that Halliburton does, right? He can get to the rim, but if his threes aren't falling, just step back from him. Let him shoot. He's not hitting that day. If you step back, now he can't get to the hoop, and you're forcing him to shoot threes. If they're not going down, he's going to have games where, like, you look at Halliburton's stat line. He's got playoff games. He scores 6 points because his threes aren't dropping that night. Now you just step back and let him shoot. You can do that with Anthony too. You can't do that with Cam.
Well, it depends on like the type of players that they put around Anthony Simons. You know, are they putting guys that are willing to actually play off the ball? And I mean, I don't know. Portland got a lot of issues, man. They really do, man.
I don't think they even developed.
Simons is probably better than Cam, but he's not like a lot. He's different.
No, I ain't saying he's a lot better, but he is more explosive.
Cam. I think Cam is better than Simons. It's kind of close. It's close, but I think Cam has the edge.
You think so?
I mean, Simons really hasn't. Nah, bro. I don't know, bro. It's kind of 50-50.
I just think like the athleticism is a major component when it comes to these guards, man. You know, because even like defensively, right? Like the way these guards, like or even like small forwards, the way these guys can get threes up, you know, you have to have the athleticism to really get out on that 3-point line and chase them off. If you're slow, you know, then yeah, I mean, guys like teams go off for like a good 3-point shooting night, the game is over, man, within the second quarter. You know, so you need guys that can actually chase guys up the line, man. So Cam Thomas is just like slow. We'll see this year, man. Maybe like you said, he got in better shape and you know he can actually really. But I don't know. It's just I like Cam at one point, you know, but I just after watching him, you know, for so many, you know, like the last year and a half, I'm like, nah, man. I just look at other players. I look at, you know, these other top guards, and basketball is all about matchups, man. So can he match up?
Easy. That's a little bit different. Quickly was always the guy that was always a playmaker off the bench, though. He was always at 15 points and like 5 assists.
Yeah,
that's why he looked good running things for the Raptors. Like he's an actual point guard.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah. So does Cam Thomas match up to like Anthony Edwards? No. Devin Booker, you know, better.
We get those top names. Yeah, he's not those guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. But I mean, I mean, Jaylen Brown. Let's say if we go into the in a playoff series, right? And we seen what Jaylen Brown did to Kyrie, right? You watched that, Gary?
Yeah.
Shut Kyrie down,
here we go, bro. Hey, Luka got cooked too.
No, I'm talking about Jaylen Brown just able to move with Kyrie laterally, like he was trying to like finish on Kyrie. Finish on Jaylen Brown and couldn't do it. He looked bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone thinks that Thomas is going to be as good as Booker or Edwards or Jaylen Brown. Like no one is reasonably putting him that high as a shooting guard. I mean, even these guys.
You said it yourself, Gary. If no, that wasn't no team defense, Easy E. I was watching that shit, man. I was watching where Jaylen Brown was locking up Kyrie Irving. No help. I was watching that shit. I was like, that's when, because I was kind of 50-50 on Cam before I saw the finals. I said, damn, if Kyrie.
To be honest, I just don't think at all, just an overall team, they just didn't match up with Boston at all.
Yeah, exactly.
But the way they offseason was actually low-key fire, bro. Like they got bigger too.
Yeah, Drew Holiday was another one locking up Kyrie. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. So what do you think is going to do to Cam Thomas? If Kyrie is infinitely a better player than Cam Thomas, what do you think? Gary said it. You said it yourself, and he's wearing the Cam Thomas jersey. If Cam Thomas is your best player, right, then finish it up, Gary.
You're not a good team.
There you go.
To be honest with you, I just think like Cam
Damn, Gary, that is cold, bro. You wear a Cam jersey.
Cam got to come off the bench then. Like, what would y'all? Is that okay with y'all?
I think
well, I mean, DJ, I told
you a bench player. That's
like, like how many minutes? Like 6 man, like 28, 30 minutes.
Well,
DJ,
he doesn't want to be that.
Just like
I know that, but I mean, if you just maybe sit Cam down and be like, yo, if you're not gonna. Like, he hasn't seen no real.
His ego is bigger than Satan's, man.
But DJ, that's the thing, though. I told BK that if Thomas somehow requested a trade, you're only going to contending teams that would play you as a six man. They wouldn't start you.
Want to. Like, if we say one day we do start wanting to contend, I'm gonna sit Cam down and be like, yo, you either come off this bench as a 6 man or we're gonna have to trade you, bro.
Well, DJ, that's what we have said on different podcasts. I've said with Gary and multiple guys that ultimately, if we get all the pieces we want, Cam, just play off the bench and you're dropping 20, 30 a night. We're winning games. Shouldn't that be the goal? Doesn't matter if you start or play off the bench. If you're winning, you're winning. Like, I'd rather be one of the main pieces of our team than be the main guy.
That's not even a bad thing.
Let me see if I can find the streams. I did videos on this channel on Cam Thomas. Like I was 50-50 on him. I said, well, maybe all right, maybe he could be the top, like the future shooting guard.
He's not the future. He's not our future.
But after I seen the finals and I seen what Jaylen Brown was doing to Kyrie, I was like, no.
You cannot run. He's going to be probably that second, third option. But you cannot have him as the number one option for the Nets going forward, bro. There's no way. There's no way you can even actually give a take
on it, man. Because Harlem say, yo, you be hating on
it's Cam. Not hate, bro. Like, if you actually watch basketball and understand basketball, bro, guys like Cam typically don't get the number one franchise. Like, they don't, bro.
Yeah.
And not
that's why he's got to improve on the playmaking and stuff. It's important for him.
Drill moves, like, bro.
That's why
he's not even a consistent player
either.
No, but BK, I'm saying to your point, if he does improve on these things, the scoring alone will not get you to be the main guy off the bat just because of that. You need to add other intangibles.
You have to be like an explosive.
You have to be at least a good playmaker. You have to have all those things. You have to be at least a decent defender. You can't be getting cooked every night. You got to be.
Well, I think we can all agree he has about 2 years to figure it out because after 2026 draft, the Nets really start thinking about bigger moves.
All right. You look at like Desmond Bane. Look at all these guys, right? Look at Desmond Bane. Look at Jaylen Brown, right? These guys, like, you have to run secondary defenders at these guys. There's no reason to run a second man at Cam Thomas. There's no how you gonna make plays if you can't attract a second defender and get guys wide open? How are you gonna do that? Please explain to me, Jonathan.
Well, BK, you did see that they were defending Thomas a lot better last season, so they were more better prepared for him, and he actually adjusted to that.
I showed you in this clip.
Zach being this high on the list. Can we do something about that? Zach.
How is Zach LaVine in the top 7? I want to know this. How is Zach LaVine in the top 7?
He's injured.
Wait, BK.
No, I don't care about injured.
Based on his play, based on when he does play, he's actually a really good player.
So y'all just gonna people in the comments, bro. This I know they don't know basketball, bro. You saying why would you bring a 22 point per game score off the bench? No, bro. There's been plenty of guys that averaged 20 points and came off the bench, bro.
Plenty of guys.
Yeah, wasn't Jordan Poole one of them that actually helped the Warriors win a championship?
Jordan Poole was a great example. They won a championship.
Yeah.
They won.
Like if Thomas did that role, man, you could close with Thomas. You could close with Thomas.
They have egos, man. Like, listen,
people in the comments don't know basketball, bro.
Close with Thomas if he's absolutely cooking on offense. Otherwise, he's too much of a problem defensively.
Right, but you have the weapon. You have the weapon though. Thanks, DJ. You have the weapon though in closing with Thomas in that final quarter. So it's a good thing to have him off the bench as well. Like there's versatility there. There's matchups there in closing lineups. So it's like
Jared. That's my point, bro. That's my point. If you get a franchise guy, you're gonna look at Cam and be like, "Yo, maybe you should just be like that second, third option, bro."
If you have, let's say Dylan Harper.
Yeah, and here's the more interesting thing: say the Nets get super.
Yeah, go ahead, Jonathan. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, wait. Let's say the Nets get super lucky in the draft with an Ace Bailey and an AJ. What happens to Thomas in that starting lineup? Is he going to play with those two guys and a Clowney or Claxton, or do you have to make?
He has to be able to play off the ball, man. He has to be like Like who's let me think.
And that's what I mean though. To the company, like, bro, if we get a Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey, and maybe I'll just throw in Dylan Harper. All right, so Dylan Harper maybe. Those three guys, like, say if we get one of those guys, bro, you're gonna look at Cam and be like, all right, maybe you should, and then we fill out our roster even more. You're gonna be like, yo, Cam, you should just be the sixth man, bro.
And that's if he actually wants to be that. I mean, some guys really struggle with that role because one, that's less money. Instead of $100 million, now you're just coming off the bench. Why are we going to pay you all this money if you're just a bench guy, 15, 20 minutes? That's less money for him. So he probably sees himself as, he said it himself in interviews that he thinks he's one of the best players in the league.
But that's 40 to 50 million if you're the best of the best. Is Thomas really at that level? We all can make arguments for why he's not there yet. If he has to show more things.
There's an athleticism component to this over here, man. Same thing with Austin Reeves, why he struggles over here. I don't know why they got him at number 8. I don't get it.
That's wild, man.
Really like Austin Reeves.
I'm sorry. If you're not on a team with LeBron, are you really in the top 10? Seriously.
If you play with LeBron and AD and you're a top 8 shooting guard, why is your team no good? Like, why are you a first-round exit?
Excellent point, man.
And the Jalen Green one, man, you had a great month, but it's like that jumped you to top 10 because of one great month?
Yeah,
Gerard, what about Lou Williams? Lou Williams averaged like 22, 23 a game off the bench, bro, as a sixth man.
Yeah, hold on. So, yeah, Lou Williams, he averaged 22 points a game. Yeah. But you just, y'all guys are still there, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, you got to look at the athleticism, man. That's the main thing. Like, Jalen Green can actually attract double teams because he's quick, dynamic, explosive. Tyler Hero.
Yeah, you saw Jalen Green's offseason workouts, what he was doing, bro. He's been
I didn't see it.
You gotta watch it, BK. I know you like Jalen. Yo, Houston gonna be nice this year, bro.
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting to see between him and Sengun who's gonna rise up and be that main.
Well,
it's Jalen Green for sure.
Sengun is good, like for like the playoffs, like when
the
game slows down. And I want the ball in Sengun's hand.
BK, that's gonna be the next Jamal Murray Jokic duel right there, bro.
Yeah. Because like Jalen Green, regular season, playoffs, Sengun. That's it. Because like in the when the playoffs, the game slows down. I got
Jalen Green averaging 30 next season.
Ooh, man, damn. That's
is that too much? I mean, he averaged what, 23, 24?
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. They just got to find
it's gonna be interesting to see where a team like Houston lines up and all that because there are a lot of good teams in the West still.
They're gonna be in the playoffs.
So what do you think? What happens with Cam Thomas on this team? Because like depending on the draft,
I think he does end up as a sixth man, or maybe he either ends up being still in that starting role, he gets traded, or he's gonna be a sixth man. I think those are the three options with him.
Yeah, I mean, six man would be great if you want to win a championship because you could play Thomas anywhere in the lineup in the quarters, and you have versatility.
It'll be a long time before you even get into that.
Yeah, thank you, Gerard. Thank you.
Yeah, and that could take 2 to 3 years before you even think about Thomas in the sixth round. But if you make moves and you do really well in the draft, you have to say, Thomas, we got our star, we got our young stars, you're a star, but it's like we have to divide you guys up to where we have the best team in both units. Can Thomas be that type of team player? We have to see that.
I mean, he says he is, but his actions show that he's really not.
No, listen, you know what he's doing right now, DJ? He's self-branding. Sean Marks isn't promoting Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is promoting himself. I get the tactics. He wants to be a star in this league because the management doesn't believe in him like that.
They don't want to promote him, bro. They don't want to promote him.
They don't. He made Slam Magazine because he promoted himself. Sean Marks wasn't like, I'm going to promote Cam Thomas for Slam Magazine. Thomas did that himself.
And to be honest,
why don't you think they're promoting him though, man?
Hold on, BK. When's the last time Sean Marks actually promoted a guy?
That's promoting in terms of like talk and interviews. He doesn't really mention Cam Thomas as like as the future
He never does, bro.
I keep saying that to guys. I'm saying Sean's gonna have to show his wallet next summer. I mean, if Thomas has a great season and a losing season, what are you gonna do, Sean? You gonna give him the bag, or you gonna do something snarly? Like that's what it's gonna come down to.
Do something stupid and just trade him.
Oh, if he trades him, man, the fans are gonna lose their crap. That means if we don't get Cooper, Ace, and you trade Thomas, woo, it's gonna be a bad day in Brooklyn, man.
It's gonna be hard to trade him.
Why you say that, Gary?
He's on an he's on an expiring deal, right? So if you get him, you're just getting him. You're just getting him for this 1 year. So only a playoff team is going to want to trade for him. How many playoff teams are really interested in Cam Thomas right now? Like there might only be one.
He can't, like I said, like a lot, maybe.
A lot of those teams.
Maybe Denver, because like they lost.
Denver
could use him. Denver actually could use him.
Yeah.
You know who me and Gary talked about? DJ DJ, you know who me and Gary talked about the Pacers? Imagine they gave us 2 first-round picks and Benedict, Matt Thurman for Thomas. That would be a proposal you might not resist.
Why do y'all wait? I've seen a lot of people say the Pacers. Why do y'all think the Pacers already have enough offense?
Well, Gary, explain to why we talked about that.
The Pacers' offense is all up tempo, right? Like it's all they struggle to score in half-court sets, and Cam Thomas is a half-court scorer, right? Like, so if you know, in the playoffs when the game really slows down.
So you need elite a half-court offense. He's not an elite half-court offensive player. He's good. He's not elite.
I disagree though, Gary. I think their main issue is defense. I mean, if you look at the playoffs, their main issue is just really defense.
Yeah, that was a big issue.
When the game slows down, like in the playoffs, when you're playing half-court sets, they struggle. They struggle offensively, right? I mean, they got lucky that the Knicks got hurt, but when OG was playing, like defensively, you could really slow them down, and they struggled to make shots. Cam Thomas can always make shots, right? So in the playoffs, I think he could really help the Pacers because because now playing more half-court sets.
But what about they just put their best defender on him?
Yeah,
what about
Then I'm taking him. Then I'm taking him off someone else, right? I mean, yeah, you're probably gonna do that, but now I'm taking my best defender off Siakam, let's say, right? And now I can, or whoever you have your best defender on, you're now taking your best defender off that guy to put him on Cam, which is going to open up other players offensively. Like I think Cam, and people are going to say Carlisle would kill him. Maybe he couldn't play for Carlisle, right?
Yeah, he can't. No, but he can't.
Maybe.
No, you know how Rick Carlisle, how he coaches, bro? He don't like guys that don't play defense.
That's the only deal we can talk hypothetically, but realistically, you're not going to get good value back for Thomas right now, unfortunately. Like, Thomas needs a few more years to league before you really see where his full value is at. So it's like, we trade him now, we're kind of doing ourselves a disservice, especially if, say, he does become a trade chip in our future. You trade him then for something even bigger. Now it's like you're not really trading, so you're making another team a championship contender for nothing.
Hold on, Knicks 100. No, we were talking about like if Cam Thomas went to the Pacers, and then you're going to rely on Cam Thomas really to try to carry you in like half court sets. You know, I just don't see it. I think he's a good like half court player, not elite. You know, he's good. And he'll give you some good games here and there, but he's not elite like that.
Let me ask you this, BK. Do the Pacers have a better half-court scorer than Cam Thomas?
No, they don't. I don't think so. Nah.
There's Gary's point right there. That's Gary's point.
What about Mathurin?
He'd be a great addition for us, man. Like, that'd be the only reason I even consider trading Thomas, because Mathurin's a future player.
I think he's one-dimensional too. I think he's
he's a good defender though.
Yeah, he's a good defender. Yeah.
Nah, but you'd have to put Mathurin on the table for a Thomas swap, man. We're not taking nobody else back. Like, I would do
They're not going to give
hard
up on
sell,
Mathurin.
man. Like, I'm not trading Thomas to you for free, man. You got to pay up a little bit here. The Pacers have assets, so it's like, if they were desperate, like to Gary's point, that half-court offense becomes a strength.
Like, who's better in a half-court set?
He's not gonna play. I'll tell you this: if he gets traded to the Pacers, he's not playing over Nembhard, bro. I'll tell you that right now.
Nembhard, man, that is the huge anchor towards this whole
Harry's saying is offense, like half-court sets, like with the Pacers, like Tyrese Halliburton is not really good. Like, he doesn't have the footwork to like be a good half.
He can't really create like that.
Yeah.
Not
So if
yet.
you have Cam Thomas on there, Cam Thomas, can create in the half court.
Well, here's the problem. The Pacers are approaching the tax threshold because they're getting very expensive. They just re-signed Nembhard, right? I think they just re-signed somebody else, and Turner is coming up. So if you get Thomas on the team, they're going to have to pay Thomas. So it's like the Pacers might not financially be in a good position to pay all these guys right now. So that could be another reason why this don't even go through either.
They need more defense over there, bro. Their defense is terrible. It's atrocious.
No, their defense wasn't horrible against the Celtics. They just weren't making good shots like when they needed to. Like they really did themselves a service. They should have won that first game against Boston, man. They choked against Boston, man. That first game, man. That was a choke job. That was horrible. They had like a 6-point lead with a minute to go, and he choked that away.
McConnell too, didn't they? The Pacers just paid.
Yeah, they just paid McConnell. That's the guy I was going to mention. They just gave him a 3-year contract, man. They're over the luxury almost. So you get Thomas. You can pay Thomas maximum salary deal.
A bit too much.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Nah, I wouldn't go over the luxury tax for Cam. If you say
that's why they want to do it.
Yeah. Edwards on that team, then yeah, I'm going over the. I'm going over the tax.
You going over the tax for McConnell?
What's that? No, not for McConnell. Hell no.
Tax for TJ McConnell?
No, I said for like Anthony Edwards or something like that. Not for Cam Thomas. Not for TJ McConnell. But for like an Anthony Edwards or Aaron Gordon, like somebody like a high end role player, like maybe like a Jaren Jackson Jr., maybe Jaren Jackson Jr.
Jaren Jackson Jr. is overhyped.
In Jonathan's, in his example, they were giving us Mathurin. So Mathurin and Cam's contracts are gonna wash each other out because they're basically the same contract.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be going over. You would just be,
Right, but they would also have I think they'd have his rights, though, to work out a new contract for Pacers would, so that would be interesting. And Turner, his contract's coming up, too, so they got to pay him, too.
I think Cam would actually be traded.
Now, who's saying
he was to be traded.
Wait, DJ, you remember D-Rock? He's the one who said a few streams ago that don't be surprised if Claxton Thomas get traded next year's deadline. I'm like, really? I'd be surprised. That means you'd be.
They have no value, man. Like I was when they got rid of Jared Allen, I made a video. I was like, not on this channel, my other channel, Sports to the Wire.
I thought it was gonna be Claxton that got traded, not Jared.
Listen, I'd be surprised if Thomas and Claxton are both traded by next year's deadline. I'd be surprised because it'd be like, are we doing a full-on rebuild where it's like whoever we get in next year's draft, that's when we're starting this whole new team. Like if the Nets did that, that'd be very interesting. I don't know how that would work though, because if you have Thomas and Claxton, if the goal's a short-term rebuild, those are pieces to help you.
Wait, Jonathan, how can you say you'd be surprised at it? But if you think about it, the Nets did say that everybody's on the table. Everybody can go.
Right, but if you re-sign Thomas and you have Claxton for a few more years, if the Nets do make a big move for a star, those guys would be your main trade chips. So if you trade them now, it's like you're not getting good value back.
Isn't that still the plan when they said that everybody could get traded, everybody's on the trade block?
Yeah, but then that means this rebuild could go a lot longer than it should. And I thought Sean and Joe didn't want that, so it'll be interesting to see if they actually.
Yeah, you got it. Listen, these players aren't that good, though, Jonathan. There's no hope, all right?
I can't fully go there with you. They can help teams.
Think about it this way, though, Jonathan. When you got a team full of one-dimensional, mediocre guys, the rebuild is going to take a lot longer than what you
Yeah.
No, it will take a lot longer if you trade both those guys right now, and then you're just going off of who you get next year. Like that would definitely take a lot longer for sure. But I'll be surprised a little bit because I think Sean and Joe had a plan of a 3 to 4 year rebuild instead of a 5 to 6.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, but the Mathurin and 2 picks deal, like that would be the only offer I consider from the Patriots because it's like we're getting actually a decent young prospect back that would be a part of our future. But if you trade Thomas for anything else, it's like we're kind of doing ourselves a disservice.
I thought we was been going to trade Claxton because first of all, he should. I believe he should be on a contender. He shouldn't have to suffer.
No, you know who me, Gary. Wait, DJ, you know who me, Gary.
No, I'm so serious.
We've been over this. Even if all right. You saw he was with a contender when we faced the Boston Celtics. 0-4. He was unplayable in that series. Unplayable.
He wasn't like how he is now, though.
He's the same player. He didn't improve. There was no improvement. This is what I've been harping on. He's the same player, improved, though. Same weaknesses, same thing on the scouting report. No improvement. No, not getting bigger and stronger. His
But
free
you saw
throws.
what he looked like when he was with KD and Kyrie, though, when he was getting minutes.
Yeah, but what happened in a playoff series, regular season and playoffs?
He didn't play.
He did play. He was 0 for 11 in game 1. He went for 0 for 11 from the free throw line, and he was unplayable. He
when was this? In the Bucks when we got swept?
Yeah, that was that game 4, man.
No, I gotta go back and watch. I don't remember him playing, bro.
He played.
No, he did. He did play. He just missed a lot of free throws. I mean, if he made his free throws, we actually might have won that game.
Yeah, because they only lost by 18 points collectively in 4 games.
Them games wasn't even like blowout games.
No, they wasn't. That's what I'm saying. And
that was a lot of. That has to do with.
KD was bad in that series. Kyrie was bad in that series, and KD wasn't. He was. I was surprised because normally, like, Kevin Durant is really a good, like, player that moves the basketball. He doesn't hold it like Joel Embiid, but like in that series, he was holding the basketball, being indecisive, and it wasn't a good matchup for him. Like I would say they should have actually like.
I just think KD was in his head and he was just irritated.
Yeah. So he did play. Claxton played in that series, and he hasn't improved.
That's crazy, bro. I don't remember Claxton playing.
Yeah, he was because he was unplayable. I'm serious, man. And I was the guy who vouched for Claxton. I'm telling you, I did a lot of videos on Claxton, but then like as I watch him more and more, it's a lot of holes in his game, man. He has one good thing.
Crazy, bro. Enough with Jimmy Butler, bro. Jimmy Butler would be like 37.
So Claude Smith says, I want to see Dylan Harper, Jalen Wilson backcourt. No. That's terrible.
We got so many one-dimensional guys. It's insane, bro.
He's not overly athletic, man. So think if you're like a Jalen Wilson, look at Joe Johnson. Just like does he have like a Joe Johnson type of skill? If you're not like. You need good ball handling to play the 3, good shooting, good passing, and be able to defend. So Jalen Wilson is just I don't know what is he good at though.
Rebounding. I think that's it.
Yeah. See, Knicks 100. He says,
where's Jonathan at? Yo, Jonathan, come back up here, bro. What does Jalen Wilson do? Because he likes Jalen Wilson.
Yeah. Who was vouching for him too? I think Claude was vouching for him, and there was somebody else in the comments.
There was somebody else that came up here one day and said that Jalen Wilson be the franchise guy, bro.
All right, I like Jalen Wilson too. Let's slow that down.
That's terrible, bro.
He could be a rotational guy.
Off the bench.
Yeah.
I don't see him starting. I don't think he should be starting.
I mean, he's going to start on this team when they trade Cam Johnson and stuff, but he's not starting.
No, it's some easy E. If you're a guy that's like undersized, like if you let's say like Cooper Flagg, he's 205, right? I mean, he should strive. I mean, he needs to be an elite ball handler. Right now, he's a decent ball handler. Joe Johnson was a good shooter, like a really, really good shooter, catch and shoot, like multidimensional. Like Cooper Flagg doesn't have that, So like that's really like the model you should really kind of look at, as a 3. Somebody like him.
That's a fact. Dylan Harper struggles a lot with self-creation.
Yeah.
I don't. That's why I just like. What's the hype about with Dylan Harper? Like he struggles a lot with like.
No, we'll see when he goes. Maybe he'll get stronger. When he goes, right now he's in high school, but we'll see what happens though. So Claude says Harper Wilson, see them for what they could become and not what they are now. They need developing like any young player.
What is Wilson gonna? Because Wilson is like, what do y'all see in Wilson? Like he's a good rebounder. He's really not that much of a. Is he I really don't know, bro.
Not a good ball handler.
He's not a good ball handler. He
shot the ball really well in the summer league.
That's summer league.
Come on.
I'm just making the argument why people like him. He shot the ball really well in the summer league. He's physical, right? Like,
is he a good playmaker?
No. He's not a playmaker. But he can finish. You know how Cam Johnson can't finish at the rim at all?
Yeah, he can.
No, he can.
What? He dunked on Joel Embiid.
He can finish at the rim.
He can finish at the rim. Yeah,
he cannot.
He was hurt. He was hurt last year.
Hey,
listen, I get how you.
I remember that Joel Embiid played. I do.
You got to give.
Is Jalen Wilson doing that?
No.
Is he dunking on Embiid?
No.
He's finishing at the hole more consistent.
Is he dunking on Embiid, Gary? Come on, man. Come on. You got a good basketball mind.
Probably not. Okay, like that was a Cam Johnson ain't doing that again.
What is Jalen Wilson like? 6'5", 6'6",
6'7",
6'7",
6'7"? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. And he's 6'7". He don't have the athleticism like how Cam Johnson does.
No, but he's more physical than Cam Johnson. He can get rebounds, right? I can't stand.
He's a hustle player though. Like that's what I see out of Wilson though. Jalen Wilson
plays harder. He plays harder, right? He does. He plays harder.
I think that's his ceiling. I think his ceiling is just a hustle player.
Yeah.
Cam Johnson is 6'9" and plays like he's 6'5".
That's something he has to work on, man. And I saw.
He's 28 years old. Like,
All right. So towards.
Yeah, Cam Johnson is getting up there in age though, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when he was in Phoenix, man. He was destroying us, man. Like I said, who is this dude over here? He had this big fro. I'm like, who is this? So who is this guy over here, man? Like he was killing us in Phoenix. I don't know what happened. Maybe he doesn't want to be here. You know,
Cam Johnson is who he is now, bro. I mean, it's not going to be his game's not going to change anymore.
Yeah,
once you hit that 25, 26 mark, bro, that's it. Your game is just.
So what I like about him is that his ability to actually come off of screens and shoot, you know, either side from the left or from the right. I think he's better coming from the right to the left side.
Look at Easy said, bro, in the comments, bro. Hey, that I've seen Royce O'Neal. I've seen a lot. I don't think he's better. He's not better than Royce O'Neal, but I do think he's like a Royce O'Neal type of guy.
Yeah, Royce O'Neal, man, he'll give you like a good game every 10 games. He'll give you a good game, man.
Jalen Wilson is Royce O'Neal. That's what you're saying.
You say he's better Royce O'Neal.
Royce, I do think his ceiling could be Royce O'Neal.
Yeah, I think that's a fair comp.
So Claude says the defensive mind of Jordy Fernandez will want a long, athletic backcourt.
Here we go with the Jordy hype, huh?
What was that? What was that thing for Nets Kingdom?
Yo, what was it? I think it was Locked On Nets, and they were talking about like Cam and was it Cam and Booker? I forgot who they named.
Oh, that was the show today that I think they did. I saw the title. I didn't really watch it or anything like that, man. I think there was just it's the off season. They were just reaching for something. They were saying,
"Yeah, I've taken a little break from Locked On Nets. I can't."
They said Cam. It was like
Cam Wofford station. I can't. I
think they were talking about like Cam ceiling and like.
Yeah, that's what Jonathan gets a lot of his talking points from Locked On.
Yo, where is Jonathan? Jonathan be ducking smoke, bro.
Yeah, he do. You took a break from Locked On, Gary, man?
Just for a little while. It's too much.
So you didn't see the show today, huh?
I haven't watched the show probably in a week. Taking a little break from Locked On.
I don't know. The stuff they were saying was kind of wild, bro.
What were they saying? Because I saw it. I saw the title.
I watched probably 10 minutes of it. It was just about like Cam ceiling could be like Devin Booker. Like that's what they were trying to. You could tell that they was trying to hint at like he could be a Devin Booker.
Nah. Just
I don't know
because
what
you can put up numbers, all right. So just because you could put up X amount of points doesn't mean you're that type of player still, man.
Booker was already putting up 25 at this age right now.
He already had a 70-point game against Boston. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like what are they talking about, bro? Like Booker's a far better offensive player than Cam.
Even
when Booker was at like 22. How old is Cam now? 23?
He's 22.
Yeah.
He's 23. Yeah, this is
22, 23. Yeah. Booker was a better scorer than him.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, didn't he have like a 70-point game?
That's Booker. Booker's like an all-time great scorer. Like,
yeah, exactly. I don't know what they were trying to get at. Like comparing Cam to Booker is crazy.
Rocco, who's that? What's the player's first name, Gerard? Rocco. What's the let me see. He says, wait, what was it over here? Please bring Rocco to Brooklyn. Means only one thing. Bye, Claxton.
Man, bro, Jordy Fernandez. Jordy Fernandez doesn't even be. Man, bro.
They just signed Claxton, though.
Well, they front loaded his contract, and then like on the back end, the last 2 years, it's like
it's a tradable contract.
Yeah. So yeah, Cam Thomas on Devin Booker's level. So that's not what the
you see it, BK. You see it.
Oh, you mean
watch it tonight? What the Locked On Nets guy said, bro. Watch it tonight, bro.
Yeah, I watch it. Well, I'm gonna get some sleep, man. But yeah, when I wake up, God willing, man. Yeah. I was watching. I saw something. I watched a couple of minutes, and then I'm like, "What are these guys talking about, man?" They're like, That's what I'm talking about. And then like a lot of guys watch that, and then come over here with those talking points. I'm like, no, man. And they think I'm hating.
That what they're watching is basketball talk, bro. I don't understand what they.
Yeah, I just. And I'm like, you can check my catalog. I vouch for Cam Thomas, and Nick Claxton. And then when I got a chance to see these guys really, really play, I'm like, nah, there's a lot of holes. Y'all can get on Ben Simmons all you want. It's just one thing for him is shooting. I mean, everything else he got,
It's kind of crazy how like they come over here and they like just trash Ben about his flaws, right? But like when they look at Cam, it's just all praise. It's no bad things.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like biasness, bro.
Oh man, I conjured Jonathan back up in here, man.
What Cam does well is obvious, right? To a casual eye, when you see Cam score 40, like it's easy to tell what he does good. With a guy like Ben Simmons, you really have to know what you're looking for to appreciate what Ben Simmons does well on a basket. It's not as obvious. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why Cam gets all the love and Ben Simmons doesn't.
It was one bad playoff series, and look at Kevin Durant. He had a bad playoff series against Boston. Same thing with Kyrie in that series. Bad. 139
What's
point
crazy
game.
Is they really don't they was even like harping on KD getting swept like that. Like I expected them to.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing, man. It boggles my mind. I don't get it. Yeah,
So
and then Ben, in that 2020 in that playoff series against Atlanta, like Ben is getting paid to run the offense, man. Like Tobias and Joel Embiid was paid to score. That's the thing. Joel Embiid, listen, he don't have 9 turnovers in a closeout game, right? They win. And we gotta look. I mean, why was even what's his name, Matisse Thybulle in that lineup? You could have probably had more space.
Went like 9 for 20 or something like that.
Yeah, and Tobias Harris, man, he scored 20 points a game. Like you can run, like the Clippers ran their offense through Tobias Harris. So
that was a mistake, man. Tobias stole money, man.
Nah, he's not stealing money. It's only one basketball.
No, listen, I give Tobias Harris his props. He probably does Ben Simmons' job better than Ben Simmons does his job with the money situation. At least Tobias fools people, man. He fools them pretty good.
Wait, so Jonathan, what he did on the Clippers wasn't like at least impressive.
It was okay, but on Philly, man,
the team around him wasn't all that great. But
yeah,
I mean, what he was
doing. If you look on Philly, he was supposed to be that third or fourth guy.
Who's a better offensive player, Joel Embiid or Tobias Harris?
Joel Embiid, man.
All right, so yeah, they're going to run the offense through Joel Embiid.
Right, but Tobias Harris was the scoring third or fourth guy, and he was awful, man. 0-0-0s, man, in playoffs with Philly. That was bad.
You're talking about this year, though. We're talking about.
No, I'm talking about it as a whole, man. And look what Tobias did. He just got himself a big $50 million contract to lead Detroit, man. Like Tobias, he's interesting, man. For all the wrong reasons.
You need players that can actually space the floor.
Detroit was just desperate for spacing.
Yeah.
No, they're desperate to get in the
They're gonna be in the you think.
Oh, so Roscoe. All right, Rocco Zagarsky. Let me see.
All right, Gary, salute, bro.
Yeah. Oh, Gary's bouncing. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Let's look up Rocco.
John over here laughing like Detroit gonna be bad, bro. Nah, bro, they're gonna be good.
No, listen. I hope Detroit takes one of his playing spots or a playoff spot. I hope they take him, man, because it betters our chances.
They're gonna be at least close to the play-in or even just make the play-in, bro. I think.
No, that'd be good for them. They take a spot we don't want. Let them take it.
Oh, let me see if he's on this draft board here. Let me see.
Detroit. I don't think Detroit is really looking to be bad again, bro. I don't think they want to be bad.
No, they should have been good last year, but that whole management squad, they were like so many different ideas. We should do this, do that. They only had Joe Harris as like the main bet on the team.
They got rid of Quentin Grimes, bro. They even like really
Rocco. I don't know. He's not on the draft board over here, Gerard. Let me see. Rocco Zagarsky. Let me see.
I thought he was next year's draft.
Is that one of those Australian player guys that Sean is scouting right now in Australia? Is that one of those guys?
All right, let me see. I don't know. I never heard of him. Like Gerard brought him up. You know,
I thought Rocco was supposed to be in 2026.
Oh, okay. Because he's not on the draft board. Let me see. Here we go. He's an Australian basketball player.
I knew it. I remember. I read the name somewhere, man. I'm like,
realistically though, John, what would you trade Claxton for? Or would you want to keep Claxton?
And maybe a light prospect player. Like I don't think you can get a huge haul for Claxton. I mean, unless a team's very desperate. Like I would say maybe 2 to 3 is the max, but it depends on what team wants him. I just think it's going to come down to right now. In 2 years, when we're going to start making big moves, Claxton's going to be in his prime years. Is he going to be better than what he is now? If he is better than what he is now, it'd be hard for the Nets to trade him, because if he's in his prime years, you want to compete at that point. But if his value is still where it's at now, where he gives you all the defensive stuff, but offensively he's at the rim more than he is a versatile player, you could probably get something decent back for him. But I think you'd want the latter at this point, hopefully.
Yo, Claude, you can always find a point guard, bro. Like, especially in today's league.
Free agency, the draft, there's multiple ways to get a point guard. Ben Simmons has no say on what we do.
What's crazy is nowadays it's so easy to find a point guard. Even in like the second round, you can find like a underrated point guard.
Yeah, there's gonna be like 5 or 6 guards in this upcoming draft. Like we're gonna have how many picks? 6 picks. We have a shot with our second or third pick, which could be
wing players is hard to come by. That's why you need to draft either Ace or Cooper. Great wings are hard to come by, bro.
Nah, we need a Cooper Ace. That front court with Claxton, Cloudy, man, could get us far in a few years, man. We have to focus on a strong front court.
Said, bro, it's a wings league, bro. What you gonna do? You gonna listen to what you talking about with point guards? Or you gonna listen to an NBA pro, bro? It's a wings league, bro. It's a wings league.
Listen, if KD had a lot more younger centers on that team with him and the Suns team, man, than that guy they got currently, I think they'd be a way better team. But
Suns is underrated. I got the Suns doing big things this season. I think they're gonna do a lot of.
They got it, man. Because I'm telling you, if they have a crappy start, man, KD's just gonna light the ball, man. He's gonna be like, "Get me out of here." And
I don't think he'll do that during the season. I think it'll be like after the. He's not the type of player that does that during the season.
Right. Only if he's like injured or something, then he's like, I'm just gonna go with the best team right now that's available, like he did when he was with us.
It'll be like after the playoffs or something like that.
All right. So let me see something. There are some point guards in this draft coming up.
A lot of second round guys in the point. Like, you
what about Boogie Flans, BK? Can we look at Boogie Flans a little bit more? We've heard his name a few times. We haven't really delved into him, what his potential is.
He's a 6'2", 165. He's small though. He's fast. He's small. Who do they compare him to?
I've been seeing a lot of other NBA drafts, bro. Like the reports. I've been seeing Dylan Harper dropping a lot.
I'd be surprised if Harper drops anything more than 4 at this point. I mean, Edgecombe's another guy to keep watching. Listen, if we had the 3rd pick, I would choose Hart. But if Edgecombe has a really great college season, man, you got to be tempted and want to pick him, man. That guy could bring so much to the team.
So, yeah, I mean, they say he has to work on his shooting. And then let's see if if he's a small guard, he's 6'2", like he has to have a floater, man. Like you cannot be a small guard and actually not have a floater. So
and remember, they compared Trey Johnson to Thomas too, and
Claude, I'm
don't want to get a similar player like Thomas too. So we have to be careful with the guard we get
in this league, bro. It's like even Paul George was saying on this podcast, bro. You'll always find point guards in this league, bro. Like point guards.
Are they good though, man? That's the whole thing.
Yeah, they're good.
Do they match up to Yeah,
they're good, and then especially these BK. Think about it, these point guards that's coming in. They're like mad tall now, bro.
We could get a good guard in this draft potentially. I just think Sean's got to choose the right one.
We don't need necessarily we don't really need Dylan Harper. It's just like wings, like great wings are hard to come by, bro.
Yeah, and here's another thing: if Harper goes to and here's the thing: if Harper goes to
his comparison, Boogie Flan, they have him as Cole Anthony, a combo guard over here.
Well, that's interesting.
I don't want to draft Dylan Harper. If we get the first pick and we draft Dylan Harper, that's going to be like a disappointment, bro. Because it's like
no, and here's the
a
thing.
lot of scouts believe he's like the most NBA ready out of all.
Bro.
No, but here's the thing, BK. Say he goes to a team like the Bulls. Is Harper automatically going to get that Bulls team to a playoff if they keep these effective? No, probably not. Or Washington. Say he's with Washington. They have so many young guys right now. He's not going to quickly lead them. Like with Brooklyn, maybe, but it could take longer too.
He's not playing over some Kobe White.
Right. And don't forget Giddey. That's an odd fit with Giddey.
Playing over Giddey.
Yeah, that's 2 point guards right there.
Giddey. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. He actually makes plays.
Yeah, Giddey is a good point guard. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. These point guards is not. It's gonna be easy to come by with point guards, bro. Like we're not gonna be like a team that just never has a point guard. We're gonna have a point guard.
Yeah,
now if we do get Harper, the worry with him and Thomas is they're both not quick guards on defense. So it's like Claxton Clowney would have to cover a lot of ground in that backcourt. So that could be a problem.
He said he's not. Was it Boogie Flan is not an explosive, like he's a below the rim player. So I mean, again, his shooting and his floater needs to be like really, really good if he's going to actually have a chance, man. So he's a project player.
It's crazy because like we had a chance to get a point guard in this draft and we didn't even take the chance. So it's like
I said we should have, but you know what?
Obviously, BK, that's telling me that Sean Marks really don't care about point guards like that, bro. He's focusing on
you need point guards, man. Like
we could have got Stephon Castle.
Yeah, he's actually pretty good though, man. They should have tanked. You're right, man. Like even last year, right when the Nets acquired like Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson to the team. Once Ben Simmons went down, like he was injured, like they should have just tanked right there, man. I think they even went like too late in this rebuild. They should Ben Simmons is your best player, man.
Well, they were
he
banking
goes down.
On getting Donovan Mitchell for something.
No, you know what?
I'm talking about a couple of years ago when they first got Mikal Bridges, right? Ben Simmons and Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, they all played together, but then that was like 2 games, and then Ben Simmons went down. He was out for the rest of the year.
So you're talking about that offseason.
Yeah, they should have just they still try to maintain the 6th seed and went into the playoffs.
They should have just
tanked right there. Once Ben went down, that's it. You should have just
I think they were a little delusional about it. I think they thought maybe like they got there because of Mikal and everybody. They thought they were going to be worse, but we really only made the 6th seed in the playoffs because of KD.
Yeah. So once Ben Simmons went down, you're not going to be able to really you're not beating Philadelphia or any team in the maybe if they had Ben, maybe the game goes it'd be more competitive. I don't think they'll still win, but I would just start tanking right there. I would have started the rebuild right there.
I would have traded everybody.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
Boogie Flan, he's small, man, 165 pounds. So he's
we're gonna have good options though with the point guard next year's draft. Like there's different guards. Like if the Nets could somehow get lucky and get a good guard that's around like 6'7" or something like that, that'd be good too. Like there's gonna be some good options here for Brooklyn.
There is one guy here. He was 6'6". Hold on.
No, there's this guy that's 6'8", man, Igor Demon, but he might be in the lottery, man. So that's a little unfortunate. But man, 6'8".
What's the thing about that Chinese player that DJ that
Jackie? Talking about Jackie? They said I don't know who it was, but somebody said he's a superstar shooter. I'm like, what? That's the first time we heard about this guy.
About him, to be honest.
Yeah. I think he played with Klay or something in a game somewhere. That's what I saw on like a highlight.
VJ's a shooting guard, right?
Yeah, he's a guy you could play at the 2, maybe 3 small forward, but that's about it.
But he's not like a high.
We need a backup 2 guard. I would probably look.
No, listen. Can I be honest with you guys? Say we get Edgecombe, go after a guard, and get a forward like a Bryant. You'd have depth pieces that you go in 2026 draft. You get AJ. I think we'd have way more depth and balance on this team if you went the Edgecombe route. Honestly, like we could get more depth.
I see Edgecombe as a better like Avery Bradley, like.
No, not Avery Bradley. I see Baby Ant-Man vibes, man. This guy can really take off.
VJ is nice, bro. Do you see
come on. Yo, BK, you see the way this guy slams to the dunk, man? This guy does what Ant-Man's doing right now.
No, I agree, but Ant-Man actually has skill too, though. Don't forget that.
Yes, but that's developed skill. This guy, Edgecombe, is barely cracking the surface. He's already doing those things.
No, John. That's not developed. Ant-Man was always like that.
Yeah.
Not true. He did arrive with that, but he's gotten even better, is what I'm saying. And this guy Edgecombe is barely
It
cracking
wasn't
that
like Minnesota
surface.
developed his
Is
skills.
he? Do you see like footwork from him?
Yeah,
Shot
on
making?
offense, he's
Don't
got
just look
really
at
great footwork.
not DJ Jonathan. Just don't look at the dunks. Look at a
No.
lot of intangibles.
Listen, I saw the training camp he was at with Lillard. Man, this guy was going to the rim finishing. The guys were defending him pretty well. They were defending him pretty well, but he was finishing.
What about
BK,
DJ's
defense is tough, bro. It's nice.
I like the way Edgecombe can finish at the rim, man. Like he doesn't flinch when they're defending him well.
A lot, bro. I'm telling you, he reminds me a lot of Ant-Man, bro.
I got to see more of the defense, but I think he can really lock it in.
Does he have? Like you said, DJ, Ant-Man was him when he first got into the league. Like if you look at where Ant-Man was, right?
Back one Ant-Man. I'm just saying, like the similarities.
There are similarities there, but I think Edgecombe's ceiling could be bigger on this team. I just think he's the wild card,
he could probably be a low budget type Ant-Man.
Yeah, and here's the thing:
they have Dylan Harper as a bigger, stronger Kobe White. So yeah, that answers your question right there.
Kobe White. Wow, they went from Harden to Kobe White, man. Or DJ, you might be right, man. Harper stock is falling, man. You go from Harden to Kobe White, jeez. Yeah.
What's other
mock draft? It's getting low, bro. Dylan Harper is not like what everybody's making, and the only people I see hyping him up is Nets fans, bro. That's the only people.
Here's another thing: the Nolan Trier guy. We can't rule him out either, because it seems the Nets are trying to get international with their drafting a bit too. They might be doing the international route.
Than Dylan Harper. First of all, Dylan Harper's shot creation is not that good, bro. It's really not. It's not that good.
His three-point shooting and free throw shooting is really bad. When I saw in his stats, that's not good. That needs to get better.
So if he's not giving you offense like that, much offense, I mean, only thing he's just giving.
Yeah, so we're gonna have
what?
So
another. Do y'all want another Ben Simmons?
NBA DraftNet has Dylan Harper going to San Antonio at 4 number 5. So you're right. That draft these are right. Like this over here is really like a lot of the NBA scouts right here, man.
They got him compared to Russ, bro. Like that's disrespectful.
They said Nolan Troyer is like a Jalen Brunson. Like nah, I don't know.
He's way faster than Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, maybe the size. Yeah, he's way quicker than
Nolan reminds me of Jamal Murray.
So Ian Jackson over here, So Ian Jackson is saying they comparing him to Jamal Murray.
Nah, I think that should be like Nolan reminds me of Jamal Murray.
Oh, Lonnie Walker. What the heck? Well, he won't last long in the NBA then.
That's terrible.
So Ian Jackson, 6'5", 180, and their comparables Lonnie Walker, you know. But I think he's better defensively than Lonnie Walker, because he's saying he's way more athletic. You know, it's hard, man, because like I said, you look at Lonnie Walker, you know.
He's terrible, bro.
Wait, where was it? No, hold on. Let me go back. So
he's
who the Nets?
Now, bro.
So they still got Cooper Fly going number 1. I don't understand why, you know.
Here we go, BK. Come on.
Nah,
bro.
I mean, all right. So they have him as a power forward / small forward. So you put him at the power forward, he's undersized. Like he has to go against Zion, Paolo, Giannis. If they put AD back at the 4, then at the 3, you know, you have to be a really, really good ball handler, really good shooter, and he's not that. So I'm just trying to figure out like what's so special about him. They're trying to like he's not like Caitlin Clark. I mean, does he give you those type of like, you know, like that type of impact, or?
Well, I think maybe the media and like the hype aspect of it he might give you,
because he's not better than Paolo Banchero. He's not.
Nobody in this draft is.
Yeah. So what's all the hype about that? I don't understand. So if he's not better than Paolo, he's coming to the East. He's not making the All-Star team. He's just not.
I think he would. He's better off getting drafted in the East. That's number 1. I think he is better off getting drafted in the East. It's just. I mean, he is a good player, though. I mean, I do see a lot of.
No, I'm not saying he's garbage. I'm just trying to figure out like what what does he do well? Because I look at AJ, he stands out. You look at AJ, then you look at Cooper Flag. I mean, it's not even
I think Cooper's his game is a lot like you could tell his game is not like erratic. It's gonna jump off the screen.
So what's the big hype? What's all the endorsements? Number one pick when I think Ace Bailey is
I think they're just looking at his like game, how he plays, bro. I think it's like it's got that KD type feel, like where it's not like the same way, but it's like
Andre Kirilenko. I mean, they comparing him to AK-47, which I mean he was still a good player, but
I think
like
Cooper Flag's game is like smooth type player. Like it's not like too.
He has one go-to move. He has a behind the back crossover, right, left. I mean, that's his really main
I like
go-to.
Cooper, I mess with his mid-range game. I think his mid-range game is good. His three ball is improving. I think his three ball will be good. It'll be
well he does like when he shoots, like he has one leg behind him, then one leg. He doesn't like his legs are supposed to be together when he shoots, and it's like
I think it's gonna be better than. I think it's gonna be better by the time he gets to the league.
All right, what about Aaron Gordon in his younger like prime Aaron Gordon when he was with Atlanta? You see that?
I think he'll be better than Aaron Gordon.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Because Aaron Gordon, man, he could like. I'm talking about Orlando.
Yeah, I think he'll be better than Orlando Aaron Gordon.
Ooh, man, that's tough, man. Yo, because I remember when he was with Orlando, like we had nobody to match up to Aaron Gordon. Like you put a bigger player on Aaron Gordon to match up to.
I think even Ace is going to be better than Orlando Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, shot making. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah. But Cooper Flag, I don't know. Because I'm trying to figure out because he's decent at the small forward position, and then I have a video on my phone, man. I'm at to actually I gotta up. Let me see if I can put it to Google Drive. Hold on, because I recorded him getting blocked by AD, in that scrimmage. Like when AD really wanted to play defense, like AD locked up like Shea in that scrimmage. I was like, oh shit! I was like, damn, I didn't know AD could move his feet like that. Like. But
Cooper is man, bro. He's scoring on Drew Holiday, and Drew Holiday is a great defender.
Nah, he's too small, man. You could be the best. That's like saying
come on,
Gary Payton can lock up, even though Gary Payton was one of the best defenders in NBA history, right? He's not. He can't do anything with LeBron or Zion or anything like that or AD.
Yeah, he definitely has the height advantage over him.
Yeah, strength advantage, length advantage. I mean, there's a lot of different.
Yeah, he's like what 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out what Cooper.
He does kind of remind me of Bird a little bit.
Who's that?
Cooper Flag.
Larry Bird?
Yeah, I'm starting to see what people have been saying. Like he does give off that Bird.
I don't know.
You don't see it, BK?
Nah, because he's not a really good shooter, man. Like he has to be able to get up make 1,000 shots a day. Not even just take 1,000, like make almost 1,000 shots a day.
No, not the shooting. I think just everything else.
Yeah. No, I like the other stuff. I mean, like him, like being able to run the floor, his athleticism, his length.
So if we draft Cooper Flag, bro. And you reacting to it, bro. As you reacting to the draft, you're gonna do a live on the draft, bro?
I mean, it depends. All right, so I'm not saying this dude. Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm not saying the guy's trash. It just depends on who you have around him, right? If Cooper Flag is I think he'll be like a Aaron Gordon type, like a third piece. It's not a guy you want to run your offense through. Especially if you're gonna put him at the 4, is he a good shooter? Like you're gonna play small ball, right? At 205, I mean, he needs to be a knockdown shooter. I don't see that in Cooper Flag.
No, not easy. I'm not saying what I see. What makes him Bird is the go-to move where he goes to the mid range. That reminds me of what Bird did. Like that move. That's why I say the Bird aspect, like the things that he does on the court. Oh, John's back.
Oh, yeah, let me put him in there. Yeah.
Oh, Jonathan.
We were talking about Cooper Flag. See how he comes back up?
I was listening. Yo, DJ, you hear this, man? You hear this from BK, man? Guy gives Cooper good stuff, man. Come on.
I just said I gave him good stuff. I said he's an Aaron Gordon type player, man. I don't think.
Yeah, but you say, can he do what Klay Clark can do? What are you talking about, BK? Like
I'm talking about impact. Like, what do you see that jumps off at the screen at you from Cooper Flag, though?
Cooper Flag can do versatile things. He can rebound. He can score. He can dunk. He can go to the rim. He can defend. He can lock you up. He can block shots. He has assist skills in his bag. May not be as great for a one, but you know what? If you need it, he can help find a teammate a good bucket or two.
I'm trying.
Listen, BK, I will say this. His shot is unorthodox for a first-round pick. I agree with you, but you don't think he's going to adjust the shot? You don't think in a year or two he's going to have a completely great mid-range shot?
Look at Ben Simmons and that's
Ben Simmons, BK. Nobody's gonna listen. I don't think anybody's gonna repeat what this guy's done in the league. Let's just say that right now.
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, come on, man. Let's get up that guy. Come on. Let's not do
one that comes to mind that he
worked
on
what
his
Shaq
shooting.
Said, bro.
Russell Westbrook, he worked on his shooting. We don't know.
You heard what Shaq said. I'm gonna just leave it at that. You heard what Shaq said, bro.
What did Shaq say? I didn't hear what he said about Cooper.
No, about Ben Simmons.
Oh yeah, I did the video. Yeah, I did the live last night.
I know. I seen it. Yeah.
I knew you were gonna do a video on that. I just knew when I saw that story. I'm like, BK's gonna do something on this. I'm like, jeez.
No, because like Shaq had so many bad moments, like getting locked up by Dennis Rodman.
Oh, he's a four-time champion. He's one of the best of all time, a legend. Ben Simmons can't even lace up his boots if he tries.
Yo. How many listen, I play a lot of basketball, right? And if I have a 70-pound advantage over someone, and somebody, a guy that I have 70 pounds of power and strength over locks me up, I'm hanging my basketball up, man. Or throwing it away, let me let LBL get on up in here, man.
Yo, DJ, he says Ben Simmons don't got to shoot threes. Don't you think a point guard should be able to shoot threes, DJ?
Hold up, Jonathan. So BK, you say it like Shaq is not qualified to speak about Ben Simmons or
no. I'm just saying Shaq had bad moments too. It's not like he had a perfect.
Yes, every player has bad moments, but has he had a bad career like Ben Simmons?
Was his bad moments worse than Ben's?
No.
He had one bad playoff series, man. Damn. It's one bad series.
One bad playoff series. We're talking about 5 years of inability to learn how to play basketball.
He's hurt. He's injured, man.
Actually, 8 years. 8 years. My bad. 8 years. We're talking about totality. 8 years.
Hold up, Jonathan. So BK, does just being hurt excuse him for not working on his game for the past 5-6 years?
He only has to work on his shooting. That's one thing. That's it. I don't get on the Claxton about
that's huge. That's everything. Shooting is everything, BK. For a first-round draft pick, especially. It's not everything. Oh my gosh!
Only one.
BK, don't make us revoke that 25 years. Don't make us revoke that, BK. We will.
He got drafted. He came into a league that was about shooting. He didn't work on his shooting.
No, I agree. But
DJ just hit the nail on the head, man.
If Shaquille O'Neal got Dennis Rodman on him, do you want Shaq shooting jumpers or just being able to?
Dennis had one good play on him, and Rodman was at that time one of the best players in the league.
You can't get locked up by a 6'7" guy, man. I don't care.
So wait a second. You're mad that Shaq was great and he made a mistake, so you're mad at Shaq? Oh my gosh.
I'm highlighting that.
Somebody get a psychologist in here to help BK out, man, because he's trying to put us in a circle of hell, man.
I'm just pointing out that every player had bad moments, man, in their career.
Yeah, but you act like that changed Shaq's career. The guy went on to win championships, BK. Come on.
Hold up, Jonathan. What about that Raptors series, BK?
Oh.
I didn't watch that series. I gotta watch it and see what happened. But like I said, Joel Embiid is actually getting paid to score the ball,
Ben
man.
Wasn't good. Ben wasn't good.
You getting on Shaq now?
Yo,
that was the last video. That was the last video I did.
I'm saying for the Shaq. I mean, for the Ben Simmons hate. That's what
he got a Rudy Gobert too, man.
Shaq,
but that's the thing. You're supposed to be learning.
For me, just to put it to bed, I'm saying. I feel like Shaq is wrong. Like he should have never said that about even Rudy. It's like he needs to show some kind of professionalism and stuff. And it's like,
what?
Yo, you're a great player and everything, but it's like just because they ask you who the worst player is doesn't mean you have to go and pick someone. You know what I mean? And like your hate his hate for Rudy Gobert. And I saw how Gil's Arena and all them just laughed at Rudy and everything and agreed to. But it's like, it wasn't fair. It wasn't fair because I'm saying there's a lot of
Nah,
guys.
bro. What they were saying is facts, bro.
Oh, so
there's no way you can defend Rudy Gobert.
He does work. He did work at TNT, so he's got a job there.
There's no way you can sit here and say it's hate, my guy. You can't sit up here and say it's hate when you really can just watch the game and see.
Oh, I think as a Nets fan, I've seen Justin Hamilton, so don't tell me Rudy Gobert is better than him.
I forgot about him.
Don't tell me. I'm saying, come on.
But everybody got their own opinions of who's the worst player in the league.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is he's basing it on the fact that this guy has accolades, right? That's what he's doing. He's basing it on the fact that
it's facts, bro. Rudy
Gobert
has accolades that he shouldn't have. Like he should not have those accolades. They're giving it to him when he doesn't show being a defensive guy.
Yeah,
but regular season, Rudy's fine. But if you saw in the playoffs, especially this year,
that's what I mean. You're rewarding him for something he doesn't do on the consistent.
Yeah, but we look at Rudy in the playoffs this year. This is the scary thing about Rudy in the playoffs this year. Every playoff game this year, he got worse and worse.
You know what's crazy?
Every game he got worse, man.
But I don't think he deserved for defensive player of the years either. But what I'm saying is, this is a league that doesn't value rebounding and shot blocking. And I just imagine if I close my eyes and then we put Mutombo in this league, they're going to say the same thing about him. Because Mutombo didn't score. Mutombo scored less than Rudy.
It's not about scoring. It's just the fact of inconsistencies in his games, bro. Like he's
at LBL. I think he's more referring to playoffs than he is regular season. Regular season, Ben has had his bright
and that's the point,
there.
bro.
But you know, in the playoffs, though, Ben and Rudy, man, are probably really not that good, man, from what we've seen.
No, but I'm saying, like with Mutombo, he didn't average a lot of points. He was a great shot blocker. He was a great rim protector. But in today's game. All right,
can I ask you this? Was he consistent with his defense? Was he consistent?
Who?
Like consistent enough to sustain it
well,
in the
remember, it was a different game when Mutombo played, right? Because teams weren't shooting 35 to 50 threes a game.
But it don't matter though. Your game is your game. If you could do it
it does matter. It does matter because they've devalued the whole center position.
Nah, bro. Rudy don't do it consistent enough to give. He's a fake defensive player.
They take
bro.
him off.
He don't even do it.
No, he plays his DJ. He plays his role, man. They just want him to go there.
Bro, do you watch Rudy, bro? Do you watch Rudy?
I know. I watched him. He has
BK. They had to switch. Wait, BK. They had to switch towns on the court just for that series,
bro. BK,
really,
he doesn't, bro. Rudy does not do any of those things on a consistent basis. He's a fake defensive player.
I'm not disagreeing with you. He's not consistent, but I'm just saying
he don't do it in the playoffs, bro. When it matters the most,
they got to the Western Conference Finals.
How you gonna reward him for what he does?
Yeah, but BK, you saw what Luka did to Rudy, man. The guy walked his way to a 3-point shot off for Rudy, man.
Like Shaq is hating, bro.
Ben Simmons, all right. No, actually, you know what? DJ got a point because Ben Simmons scored 42 points against him, man. And no help. Yeah, no help.
Here we go.
Hold on. So, LBO, why do you think all that stuff came out about Donovan Mitchell getting into it with Rudy Gobert? Why do you think that, bro?
What do you mean?
When Donovan Mitchell wanted Rudy, first it was Donovan Mitchell wanted Rudy Gobert traded. That was when he wanted him traded because of all the things that he was doing, bro.
Well, I don't know. I can't speak for his personality or whatever. Like that stuff with
no. It was just about the game. It was just basketball game. Like Donovan Mitchell did not like Rudy Gobert for his basketball game.
Gobert
didn't rebound the ball enough. He wasn't consistent on defense. There's a reason why players don't like Rudy Gobert, bro.
The biggest thing is Rudy wasn't a second star that you compare with Mitchell. Everybody thought Rudy was the number 2, but it's like if you have no offensive game, how is that a number 2?
They probably have a tension because Rudy Gobert thinks he's better than he is, and Donovan is probably like, I'm never passing you the ball because you're a scrub offensively, and that's probably what it comes from. But
I can't respect the dude where Kyle Anderson gets into your face and tells you to rebound the basketball, bro. Like, nah. Bro.
Yo, remember I was waiting for you to bring that up when Anderson took a slug at him.
That's what I'm saying. Like people are not hating.
When it comes to big guys, like hold on. When it comes to big guys, And I'm not saying like you got to at least throw them the ball, let them touch the basketball to get a feel for it. Or they're going to
not in today's game. Not in today's game.
Talking about Shaq.
No, you still got. Listen, there was times.
4-time champion.
Yeah, there was times.
Wait, DJ. You know what the difference is between Rudy? Wait, DJ. You know what the difference is between with Shaq and Rudy and Ben? Shaq knew what to do with his body to win a game. Ben and Rudy, for all the size they got, the gifts they got, they don't know what to do with it at the end of the day.
Shaq and Ben plays two different positions. He didn't have to guard Trae Young.
It don't matter, but you always keep saying Ben's got the height to do so many things, and he doesn't do half the things that he can do.
Have to guard Trae.
Really half the things he does. The only thing he does is just shooting, though, man. That's it. And
yeah, but that's everything, though. But BK, you act like that's nothing for first round pick. Ben should be able to shoot a ball this
position. Hold on.
He's in the business.
It depends on who's guarding him. If you have
Jaylen Brown,
it don't matter. Half the time he's wide open.
No. What I'm saying is that if Jalen Brunson is guarding Jalen, listen, I'm a big guy, right?
Guards Ben at the perimeter. So what are you talking about?
No. Ben should be taking threes. BK, Ben should be taking threes with how little they guard him, man. Come on.
Ben should
be
open wide,
wrong.
I'm
not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, Jonathan.
BK, Ben should be attempting at least 6 threes a night, bro.
Yeah, man, he can.
He's wide open. He's wide.
Last time he shot a three, the Philadelphia Crowd really lost it.
It sounds like y'all want him to force threes up, and I'm like,
no, bro. It's the point of working on your. Hold up, Jonathan. It's the point of working on your 3-point shot since you came into the league. If he would have worked on his 3-point shot, he would have been.
He is working on it. Yeah, he is.
What?
I mean, there's videos of him working on it.
Stop.
Ben Simmons should be doing what Jason Tatum is doing on a daily basis, man.
He grabs. Hold up, Jonathan. I'm about to tell you what Ben Simmons does. He grabs a basketball. He grabs a cameraman. He tells him to take pictures and videos of him real quick, and then that's
games. He's warming up and shooting threes.
Oh, man.
He does that for cameras, BK.
No, I mean,
he's a model.
Yeah, I just don't. But like I said,
how you gonna say he works on it, but he's not doing it on the court?
To me, that's what Shaq did is not cool though. To me, I don't appreciate.
That's you. Shaq got a right to speak on.
Listen, what Shaq did back in the LBL was stuff on big example. You saw what he did in the Magic when he broke all those rims, man. That was nuts.
NBA players. Hold on, Jonathan. It's other NBA players that spoke on Rudy Gobert and Ben Simmons, bro. They're not hating, bro. They're telling the truth.
And quite honestly, I think they're trying to light a fire in their asses. I mean, Rudy and Ben, for the athleticism, the height they got, they should be doing more with it at this point.
I mean, listen.
I mean, what's supposed to happen? What's supposed to happen? He's supposed to get mad and play better. That's not going to happen.
I mean, Rudy could. I mean, Ben. Anytime he'd say Ben, give him criticism, he disintegrates.
Low hanging fruit. To me,
DJ.
Listen, hold on.
You can't tell Ben. DJ, you can't tell Ben get better at his game.
Hold on.
It's crazy.
For the limited time that Ben Simmons did play, 3-time NBA All-Star, All-NBA third team, 2-time NBA Defensive First Team, NBA Rookie of the Year, All-Rookie First Team, NBA Steals Leaders. I mean, come on. I mean, like
so what's that doing today? What is that doing today, BK? What is that doing today?
Hold on. I put all of that side by side with Rudy's 4 DPOYs. It's like, that's just a lot of media accolades that they didn't.
No, I mean, what? I mean, bums make all-star teams now?
DJ, you believe
apparently they make
Rudy and Ben, man.
Wow.
I mean, to be honest, though, they do just be throwing anybody on that all-defensive team, bro.
So, look, this year they didn't even have...
It's because of the height factors. Listen, if Rudy and Ben didn't have the height factors they did, I don't think they get any recognition.
All they had was Simmons.
They didn't have the height.
DJ, come on.
They didn't even have a guard on there, right? Come on.
Bro, no, listen, DJ's entitled. DJ's entitled to his opinion on this.
DJ has a really, really good basketball mind.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm not going to allow DJ to get away with this.
What did I say?
You know Ben can play defense, man.
No, I didn't say he couldn't.
Oh, okay. All right. Like you said, they'll throw anybody on that. Yeah,
it is true. Didn't Mike Conley make it 1 year?
Well, that's for steals.
Mike Conley is a better defender than Ben Simmons. Come on.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
When?
Yes, he is. When he was younger.
Nah.
I mean, he's freaking 36 years old. 36
This nigga's
years
talking
old
crazy,
or something
bro.
like that.
You're talking about a guy that can block shots first. I mean, he's almost 7 feet. He can actually
please.
the rim.
This nigga
so you're looking at steals. Don't look at the
talking
numbers.
about steals, my guy.
Why? Let me ask you this. Why you say looking at steals, but then you looking at block shots?
No, what I'm saying is that
He's
the ability to be like disruptive.
First of all, hold on. I got him right here, BK. First of all, Ben is a better perimeter defender. He's a better post defender. He's a better blocker.
Then
He's
how
a better
come he can't
steal.
keep going in front of him?
He plays better in the passing lanes. Stop it, bro. He's a better defender than Mike Conley, bro.
I don't see it.
And he hates LBL.
I just named those things that he's
Ben.
better than at
He hates Ben
defense.
Simmons, so he's being pragmatic. He's not just saying that. He hates Ben Simmons.
He's really. I mean, when you start naming guards, he doesn't come to mind to me. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't.
What?
Yeah, when you start naming guards, he doesn't come to mind to me.
Yo, BK,
I've seen some great. I've seen
no
some
way, bro.
Like what do you say? He's 3 times. What is he? 3 times.
Yeah, 3-time NBA All-Star.
Niggas just
right?
be coming up here talking crazy up here, bro.
No,
Like, what?
I've seen some great guards like Alvin Robertson. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some.
Of course, he's not going to be in that category, but bro, back then he's what?
Well,
I just can't believe a coach tells a former first-round draft pick you don't got to shoot the ball.
I got him right.
DJ
What does Mike
Ben
Conley do
Simmons
that's better
fanboy
at defense? What does he do on defense? What does Mike Conley do at defense besides steals, bro? Tell me.
What he D's up his man. He's not very strong, but he definitely
where Ben is.
This nigga's lying. This nigga is lying, bro.
Sometimes he picked up, like when he was younger, he used to pick up guys 94 feet.
This nigga is lying, bro. This man got cooked every night, bro. What is he talking about?
Not at all. Matter of fact, he was a reason why his teams would do well. Now, was he overpaid? Definitely, he was overpaid when he became like one of them first guys that got like so many million per year and stuff. Mike Conley.
Was he better at post defense than Ben Simmons?
No, not at all.
Was he better perimeter defender than Ben Simmons?
Definitely.
What?
Definitely.
Hold on, man. All right.
I've seen a lot of Mike Conley and I've seen Ben Simmons.
Sometimes you just got to put like a visual to this over here, man. Like,
LBL, you're gonna get the Ben Simmons visual. Here we go. Last time he did this to me,
He's
man,
a better
he really lost it.
So hold on. This is how you know the Ben Simmons hate is so real, bro. As much as I dislike Ben Simmons, y'all coming up here capping, bro.
Oh no, I'm just listening to the conversation.
So after you show me a bunch of videos, you're gonna show me Trae Young just flying by him, right? You're gonna float.
Trae Young.
You're gonna show me Russell Westbrook.
You can say the same thing with
flying by him.
You can see the same thing about Mike Conley, bro. It was guys blowing past this dude, bro.
See, where is this Ben Simmons? What happened to this guy?
You acting like this man was
he's injured, Jonathan.
No, BK. Didn't make it in the league for his offense. He didn't.
Mike Conley literally came, bro. Mike Conley.
Why can't he shoot threes, BK? I don't think that has to do with injuries.
Because he puts Mike Conley on the deep. Hold on, Jonathan. You got to remember, like guys like DFS is not going to be able to in and out cross over somebody and just get to the rim. Ben Simmons got to put him in a position to actually thrive. Okay, like you're not really understanding the game.
Point guards have to be able to shoot threes and mid-range shots, though, right? You know that's part of it, right?
Put that comment on the screen, bro. Easy, great comment, bro. Thank you. Easy.
What was the comment? Let's see.
No time, yo. Easy, come up here, bro.
Oh man, you get Easy up in here. Woo! Okay.
Nah. I don't see how anybody could be located in New York and then think that this dude is all that. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Are you taking charges?
I've seen Derek Harper.
They hate Ben.
I'm saying they don't know the reasons why they hate Ben. This is what I exposed Jonathan on this.
Mike Conley is a better defender than Ben Simmons, bro.
Yeah.
Reasons pretty easily.
They say anything just because they hate Ben.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. They don't.
What's next? Defender than Ben?
You're not lying. I do hate
hold up. What's next? Are you going to say James Harden's a better defender than Ben Simmons? That's next. Is that next?
Well, James Harden's a better player than Ben Simmons. Well, if we
I didn't ask you that, John. Is James Harden a better defender than Ben Simmons?
Not at all.
Oh, of course not.
This man just said little Mike Conley Jr. is a better. Oh my.
Yeah.
Jonathan said that Dennis Schroeder was better than Ben Simmons defensively.
Oh my God!
As far as right now goes, because Dennis actually plays. Okay, there's an argument there that he is.
Okay, Yo, it's getting exposed. People's basketball IQ is getting exposed.
we're getting
This shit is
exposed.
crazy.
I think
No,
the
I
last
think we
3 years,
steroids pretty easily
I
though.
think
I mean,
the
I
last
disagree
3
about the
years
Mike
have
Conley
exposed
thing,
that.
but Dennis Schroeder is more healthy than Ben Simmons.
BK.
It's
He
not a
said he was
matter
a
of
better
just
defender
healthy.
than Ben Simmons, man.
It's not a
Tonight
matter
was
of
a
just
great
healthy,
stream,
Jonathan.
BK. People's
Ben
basketball
Simmons has
knowledge is
done
getting
nothing as
exposed
a
tonight,
net.
bro.
Well, that's why I
Well,
started
wait,
this too.
LB, I gotta tell you, LB, you know what BK said today? He says we can't draft Cooper or Ace because Ben needs to be the point guard on this team. So if Ben's still on this team, we can draft Cooper or Ace. But if he can't be on this team, we have to draft Harper. What do you think about that logic?
Yeah, you need a point
I
guard,
said
man.
you never draft for positional need. You always just take the best player.
Thank
Facts, bro.
you.
Facts.
Come on,
Yeah.
BK.
But all right. I get what you're saying. I get that, but
Oh,
you
come on, BK.
need
Stop,
a
man.
point
Stop with
guard.
this, bro.
I mean, I said
Every
the
year we
same
drafting
thing.
just fit.
I
Stop
said the
Who's
same
gonna?
thing with
Look,
Cam
I'm saying, who's
Thomas.
gonna run
You
your
don't
offense
draft
though?
around Cam
DJ,
Thomas.
this is BK's problem.
Hold on,
He's
Jonathan.
so wrapped up in
BK,
his Ben stuff, man. Let it go.
No,
BK,
I'm
you can
not.
Let
find
it
I'm
another
not
go.
point
giving
guard,
a
bro. It's not
point
that
guard.
hard.
You need a point guard. That's
Free
the
Bro,
point.
you're
agency,
gonna find
draft.
another
There's
point guard,
options,
BK.
BK. Ben Simmons is
Is
not
that a
tethered to
guarantee,
us.
Jonathan?
You keep
Yes, it's a
tethering him
Any
guarantee.
to
other
us.
teams, right? Is
It's
there a
not gonna be
guarantee
hard to
that you
find a
got?
point guard, bro.
Who's the 22? Let me see. Point guards.
You don't think Portland is kicking
The
themselves
Suns,
saying,
hold
"Man,
on.
we had
Yo,
Clyde
the Suns
Drexler.
just picked
Too
up
bad we
Tyus
didn't
Jones,
draft
bro. The
Jordan."
Suns just picked up Tyus Jones.
He's too small, man. No more
Oh,
small.
stop with
But
the
he's a point
small
guard, though.
stuff. Tyus can
He don't turn the
play.
ball
You
Come
don't
over.
like
on.
small point guard.
Hold up. He's a good point guard. He don't turn
Thank
the
you,
ball over.
DJ. Thank you, DJ.
I
He doesn't
agree.
mention
I'm
that.
not
No,
disagreeing with you guys.
no.
I'm just listen. I'm done with
He
the
literally leads the
undersized
league in
below
not
the rim
turning
guys.
in turnovers, bro.
BK, I understand you don't like undersized players, but they are still skilled players. Like, what is the negativity
The
though
man can
about
give you
that
like
with
at
you?
least like 8 assists without even turning the
Because
ball over.
Yeah,
you
he's a
gotta.
gamer.
Nah,
I know.
you know what BK
Yeah,
trying to
he
do?
got the highest.
He trying to do that Raptors lineup. You know how the Raptors won that year, that 2019 year? He trying to have a whole team full of like 6'6" and above.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I know, Easy, but that
That's
doesn't
an
happen
anomaly,
though
though. Yo, easy.
always,
That's an
man.
anomaly. I don't think we're gonna
Which
see
team
another
is
team like
that?
that.
Which Raptors team is that?
The 2019 year when Kawhi won.
Well, didn't they have Lowry?
Lowry
Lowry.
But he was all,
was
but
They
yeah,
wouldn't have
I think
won
that was
without
the
Lowry.
smallest. I think he was the
And they had
smallest.
Freddie Van Vliet, right? They had Van Vliet too, right?
yeah,
Yes.
they
Yeah,
have
but
that.
Fred VanVleet like
So
6'4".
let's say those are quality point guards, and then they wouldn't
All
have
right, so
won
your
without.
point guards that's coming up in 26 is Luka Doncic. We're not getting him. Shea, I don't think we're going to
did
get
Fred
him.
VanVleet even play that year? I don't
But
think he played.
why are we looking at free
And he
agents?
played.
That's what I don't.
That's what
understand.
Jonathan said. You can get a point guard easily in free
Yes,
agency.
you can.
That's what
You
Jonathan
can
said.
have options.
I don't believe that, but
And
I
drafting.
believe. But what I believe is that you just you will get a point guard, but you get the best player available. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and Ben Simmons has nothing to do with those
Yo,
decisions,
BK,
BK. Literally,
think about
he
BK,
doesn't.
think about it, bro.
Yo,
See,
Every
BK
year
the thing
just
we
is,
making
all
an
right, I
outburst.
want listen. Hold on.
That's what's going on.
All right, I want on the panel everybody to understand my position. I don't want Ben Simmons to be the next LeBron James on this team. I just want him to run the offense. Just be a point guard. That's it. That's all I want from the guy.
All
That's
right.
it. Just run the offense.
All
That's
Can he
right.
it.
So
come?
let
Can
me
he
say
show
this.
up though?
Let me say this.
Hold
Let
on.
me say this. When you say that about Ben Simmons, you cannot have a player like that. I don't care if we got all these, if we pack scorers around him. You cannot have a guy who consistently plays 4-on-5 on offense. We can't have that.
Facts.
You can't have that.
Well, didn't he go into? It's not like he never made the playoffs or anything like that,
Oh,
man.
We're not
BK, but
talking about Philadelphia. We're talking about the last 3 years that we've seen. And even
He's
if
been injured. Come,
No, but
5 years.
injured
Last
doesn't
5
mean he
years.
doesn't look at the rim.
Yo, BK, let it go, bro.
Yeah,
He
come
doesn't look
on,
at the
man.
rim.
BK, we gotta focus on the future and
hold
what's
on.
good for this team.
I
Not a
know
guy that
you
plays
need.
half
Listen,
basketball.
guys. What are the listen? Look at the common denominators with a lot of these losing teams, right? San Antonio, right? Detroit, Wizards, right? They don't have a good point guard, man. You need somebody to actually.
Detroit has a good
So
point guard.
Kay Cunningham is not as good as Ben
They
Simmons.
need to get him off the ball. He needs to be at the 2, not at the 1.
Listen, BK, when a coach has to tell a former first-round draft pick, all defensive player of the year, you don't gotta do anything on offense. That's when you know your career's hit rock bottom, man. Come on.
You take what the defense actually gives you, but like
He doesn't
you have
do that.
to get. Not everybody.
He doesn't try. He doesn't even try. He literally is open.
He doesn't take what the defense gives him.
No, what I'm saying is that like he's like the definition of a point guard is to actually pass the ball, get the other guys going first, and then look for your offense second.
When is that coming?
He's ineffective at doing that. The only time he's effective at doing that is on the break. That's it.
No. Hold on. BK.
He's not a half court. He's not a half court point guard.
Hold on. BK, here's the thing, right? Let's roll with your premise, right? If we roll with your premise, the same problem that happened last year is still a problem going forward. Your guy is injury prone. So putting the team and putting the ball in his hand and making him the primary decision maker, where is the backup when he gets hurt? So you still have the same problem. So you might as well move on from and start making your offense away from that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Easy just to put it to an end, man. We good now.
If he's healthy,
point guard position is like the quarterback in football, right?
He's not a quarterback. What is going on here, BK? Come on.
Name me another.
You can't
name me another starting point guard this year.
No, I agree. But where are you going to get the player from? It
Free
can't be
agency, the draft. Free agency, the draft.
Are they NBA ready? That's a gamble, man. That's the
gamble.
Free throws.
Wait, so hold up. BK, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, I'm listening.
A gamble?
Huh?
Is Ace Bailey a gamble?
No, I'm talking. Yeah. He's a gamble. You could say.
What?
Everybody's a gamble. Everybody in the draft.
Everybody's a gamble. Yeah,
but
everybody is. Yeah,
so what's your point?
I don't understand how you could play a point guard who's scared to shoot free throws. That doesn't make any sense to me.
How about 3-point shots? How about mid-range shots? This guy has no offensive knowledge or understanding of how to elevate himself because he doesn't try
He did hit one little fader. I think the preseason.
And BK, for you to say that this guy's still learning how to play basketball after 8 years, that's scary, honestly.
I didn't say that. I said at the time
you said that. You said he's still learning. He is.
Did Steph Curry just come in, started winning championships right away? Did MJ started winning championships right away? There's a learning curve.
Wow.
Oh my God! Listen, Stephen Curry, man, you got to shoot basketball.
Hold on. Let me back to Jonathan for a second, man, so he can not cut me off. Is Joel Embiid still learning the game? He still doesn't pass out of double teams very well. He actually still holds on to the basketball. Is he still not learning? Please respond. Go ahead.
BK, Joel. I think
at this point,
we'll throw anybody under the bus there to defend this guy.
Since you mentioned Embiid, I think at this point, at 30 years old, he is what he is.
Yeah, but his problem is that he holds on. Like I've seen him even in the Olympics. Yeah. He gets double teamed. They play. They come. They run a second defender on him, and he holds the ball. He doesn't pass the ball.
And you know what? He's probably going to always do that.
If they lose with Paul George in their roster, I'm telling you, bro, trade Embiid, bro.
Yeah.
Those around Maxey.
No, did you hear that they want to go to take them to Jersey? Does Joel Embiid really want to play in Jersey? Come on.
Hell no.
He will ask out really quick.
They're not leaving there.
He's not.
No, I want Jonathan to answer my question. How come Joel Embiid is still a bad passer?
BK, at the end of the day, who do they count on to be the clutch scorer?
I'll tell you why.
Everybody be quiet. I put Jonathan backstage for a second. Please answer my question.
I'll answer it.
I want Jonathan to answer. There you go, LBL. Hold on.
Okay.
Because Jonathan is always actually trying to duck smoke over here.
I'm not talking on smoke. You keep defending this guy who does nothing for the game right now.
So Joel Embiid, again, does not pass out of double teams very well. Why don't you get on him?
Because he's one of the main reasons they're in the playoffs every year.
So you're gonna ignore his flaws because they get to the playoffs?
No, listen, he's got his flaws. He's not a good dribbler. John, that's because of injuries. A lot of it.
No, you're talking about Joel Embiid. No, Joel Embiid is a good ball handler. I'm talking about passing out of double teams, which is critical in deep playoff runs.
You're right, but that's why they always defend him so much, is because he's their main big option. That's why him and Maxey need to get that chemistry.
Watch Jokic, right? Watch Jokic, watch Ben Simmons. You double team both of those guys, they release the basketball. LeBron James, double team him, releases the basketball.
Jokic scores like a lot, though. So
real quick, I mean, I hear your point, BK, but that's not fair. Like, passing out a double team is not something easy to do. AD struggle with that.
Thanks, Easy.
It's a
struggled with that.
mindset, Easy E.
Wait.
Hold
on.
Come on. AD didn't struggle with that this season and last season. He
Devin Booker struggled with that.
Hold on. I play a lot of basketball, right? If I know I have a matchup,
I don't know what he's talking. AD was not struggling this season, passing out double teams.
Yes, he was.
This season
and last season.
Well, maybe he didn't trust the teammates that he actually had.
No, AD doesn't want to play at the 5. He wants to play the 4.
Who he gonna pass to?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just saying.
If you want to use that point, that's a whole different discussion right there. But still, at the same time, you're not.
Embiid had Tobias Harris, Seth Curry out on the perimeter. He had JJ Redick. Like,
no. I'm not saying he don't struggle with that. I'm just saying like a lot of people like that's not something like you just like that's something easy to do. Like pass out the double.
Wait, Easy E. I play a lot of basketball, so if I have a matchup, if I have a guy that has like 70 pounds, if I have a offensive advantage over that other player. In my mind, I know there's going to be help coming. I got to be able to make the right reads. All right, I know that for a fact.
Why don't you just hurry up and score before that?
Where double teams are coming from.
LBL's got you tonight, man.
No, that too, but it depends on where they show their help from, BK, because you could get the ball in the block and the minute you turn around and you decide to post up.
No, that's why you got to be patient. You don't just go and when you get the ball, just run you hold for 2 seconds.
But that's what I'm saying, though, BK. Yeah. It's not something simple we just talking about, like, pass off the double team.
I can do it. In my mind, you play basketball for the next up. In my mind, I know that there's going to be help.
BK,
you know what I'm gonna say?
BK, now you sound like Harlem. Since you could do it, anybody could do it.
No, what I'm saying is that if I have a 50, 60 pound advantage, right? Like teams aren't going to just let me go and like take that player to the hole every single possession. I understand in my mind that they're going to actually send help. I played a lot of games. I've been playing a long time.
But nobody's guarding Ben Simmons, BK. So how does this point even matter?
Part of the problem with Embiid is he lets teams off the hook because he doesn't turn around and try to score on weaker players in the first place.
You need to get in that post.
That's what I'm saying. If he does that and turns around and scores, it's like he gets bored with scoring on guys that are smaller than him.
So because Joel Embiid sometimes we'll get a switch on him.
The problem, LB, is he thinks he's a guard.
Exactly, that is the problem.
That's true too. But like, all right. Let's say
he doesn't play down low enough,
right? And Cam Thomas on like let's say out of 10 possessions get switched on to him, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that they're not going to send help at all? They just going to let Joel Embiid just back Cam Thomas down the score?
He spin around and beat Cam Thomas. That's what he's supposed to do.
Well,
but I'm saying our defenses are going to just let him go one-on-one with Cam Thomas guarding him.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this. If your defense is breaking down to the point that Cam Thomas keep on getting routinely switched onto Embiid,
that happens a lot. When I play like that, when I play basketball, that's all I mainly do. I set screens. I constantly set screens. If it doesn't work, I rescreen again. And it causes havoc, man. It causes matchup issues. Yeah,
but we talking on the highest level. When they say
no
switching, bro. So if you're getting switched on 10 times out of 10, something's going on with your defense. Timeout.
Yeah.
You're right. There is something wrong with the defense. They too many teams switch too much because they're trying to mask the fact that.
Well, sometimes if you try to fight through the screen too much,
they'll call a foul on you.
That's what it is. This is
what I'm saying is sometimes if you fight through the screens too aggressively, I've seen it. Like Ben Simmons, he fights through screens and they call a foul on Ben Simmons. I'm like,
and that's the reason why I dislike Ben Simmons too, because I've seen games where he picks up the guy who's going toward the baseline. And you know what he does? He switches out and like, no, I'm gonna go up top.
No,
man, stay down there. You're bigger than that.
Hold on. What I'm saying is that I've seen.
He doesn't want the contact, LBL.
Exactly. He doesn't.
He don't want to go to.
I put Jonathan backstage, man, for a second. All right, what I'm saying is I've seen Ben Simmons fight through screens and they call a foul on him. All right, that's it.
What do you mean? Ben Simmons doesn't even defend anybody anymore. BK, the only times he scored last year was when nobody had any type of defense on him, and he even passed the ball out to Claxton. Wasn't even expecting it. Claxton's like, "Why are you passing me the ball?"
Well, part of the problem is they need to fight.
Yeah, who was we playing against? I think that was the Boston.
They don't fight through screens enough. They're freaking soft and weak.
No, I've seen players like actually fight through screens, and they'll call an offensive. They'll call a foul on that player trying to fight through the screen.
Why?
I think it's bullshit.
No, but BK.
Wait, Simmons had a foul called on him. He played basketball. What?
He fights through the screens, right?
Guys, this is preposterous, man.
Did you see the games before the gold medals?
Man, Ben got a foul called on him.
The scrimmages?
USA games before.
This is an outrage.
No, I didn't watch a lot of it. I just watched the medal game. I watched some of the scrimmages.
BK, we will file a report with the NBA. Ben Simmons should not have been fouled that night, man. Hands, man.
Hold up. The games before the gold medal. The games before.
Oh yeah, some of it I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
The games that they played before the gold medals. The USA played before the gold medals, right?
Yeah.
The refs were letting the defenders play. That's why Steph couldn't get off. That's why he shot 1 for 9, because he couldn't handle that freaking physicality.
Yeah, that's why I don't want small guards.
No, I'm saying, but that's a problem with the league. Is dudes ain't used to freaking playing physical, and they turn to the ref and look for help. And it's like, man, that's some pussy shit.
But BK, here's my question, right? Which team in the league right now has everybody, like the starting 5, 6'6" and above?
No, not a lot, but I'm saying though.
God damn, what you asking for then?
Denver.
You asking for generational shit then, right? You asking for a generational player
hey, easy.
in a matching cycle. No, they don't.
Yeah, they start.
So let's stick to this.
They lost KCP.
So easy. Let me say this.
Yeah, but they got Brown.
So let me say this. I hate this dude. Now I'm saying I probably hate this dude as much as you think I hate Ben Simmons. I hate this dude, but I respect the hell out of him. Kyle Lowry. He's a small point guard, but he got the work done because he ain't afraid to dig in on defense. He ain't afraid to do whatever on offense. He flops a lot, which I hate, but he's a smallish point guard who is a winner though.
You see. I don't want to get too deep into it, bro. Pause. But you see, now that's when I have to ask you, what is he good on defense? And then in that championship year, how did his defense work with the team as a whole? Because you can't just throw to me, oh, he a good defender. When there was times I'm seeing him getting cooked out his fucking ass. But when he was on a good defensive unit, they put him in certain situations where he can excel. So I don't want to hear that, but
because he realizes, because you know what it is with Lowry? He realizes, he's like a chunky guy, right? He realizes that there are most of the players that he plays that he's out athleticized by, right? But he plays situational defense where he tries to make sure I'll put myself into a position because I know this guy could first step me. I'm gonna play a certain way. So I'm gonna play for the angles. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna be active in the passing lanes. And that's what he does. He plays situational defense. Now, am I calling him an all-league defender? No. But what I'm saying is you can depend on him to come up with big plays. And
so what about if he actually has to go against guys like Jaylen Brown? I mean, is his defense going to really help?
Who? Lowry?
Yeah.
He's gonna get cooked by him, but then a lot of people are. But then a lot of people are.
That's my point.
No, I'm saying,
so
but it's not because
certain situations it actually does work, right?
It's not his height alone that he's getting cooked by him. He's getting cooked by a superior offensive player that he can't guard.
Ooh,
I'm saying that happens.
There goes your argument, BK. That means Ben Simmons will get cooked by everybody.
I mean, what's the name is not a good defender, right? Spider Mitchell. He's not a good defender.
Who, Donovan Mitchell? Yes, he is.
Wow.
He's a good defender.
Bro, does he know what defense is, bro?
He does better. He's been doing better than years before. I'll say that.
I think Mitchell's a little more balanced than he was with Utah. With Utah, you really didn't see it. I think with the
probably didn't want to be there.
Utah, they said, "Yo, hurry up and get Mike Conley on this guy because Spider can't go."
Yo, that was tough, man. That was tough.
Donovan Mitchell can play defense, man. He's a good.
That was a tough combination. Mitchell gave you all the offense, no defense. Rudy gave you all the defense, no offense.
If he has a rating on a 1 to 10, what you giving him?
I give him like a 7.
Wow. Wow.
I'm going
Yeah.
6. I'm going 6.
6.5. I'll be 6.5.
Donovan Mitchell's best defense is, yo, I'm gonna come back down and bust your ass. That's what
Nah,
it
It's
is.
not, bro.
not true,
Not
man.
right. I don't know what he been
When
watching.
him and
Nah,
when
I'm
him
not
and
going
Murray
that far.
was going back and forth in the bubble, he wasn't playing good defense. He was just scoring.
You talking about his
No,
Utah
that
days, bro. You
that
talking
was
about like
that was a different game right there, boy. That was a whole different series, a whole different game right there,
talking
bro.
about when he
Like,
was a lot younger, bro.
and then you talking about that was a duel right there, bro. Like,
And
do
he's
you remember that
also
series?
limited.
He's gotten way better in defense in the
Okay.
past
The
few years.
Rock
Yo, that
only
series
went.
with Mitchell versus Murray, man, that was
I would
phenomenal,
not
man.
call him.
Good at
I
defense.
would
I don't
not
know what
call
he's
him.
Yo,
doing.
The Rock only
I
went
don't
to
see
them
him
two
making.
niggas.
I
It
don't
didn't go
see.
to
He's
nobody
not. You're
else
not
really.
saying he's gonna hold on.
Yeah, that was a
You're
duel,
not
like you
making. You're
said,
not
man.
saying he's
That
gonna
was
make an
a
all
duel,
defense
What
team.
time
man.
That was a
what time
duel,
in the
bro.
morning?
Why can't playoff basketball be like that with just the two main guys just going back and forth, back
Nobody
and
is saying he's
forth,
gonna make an
man?
all defensive team, but to
Yeah,
say that he's not a good
that's not a
defender is
basketball
crazy.
game at that point, John.
True.
A lot of this that we're watching is not really basketball. You got freaking
Huh?
6'10". You got a 6'10" point guard who don't even look at the freaking at the rim. That's not basketball, please.
Facts, man. I mean, like, what's last
I
time
mean,
last time Ben
Hold
even
up.
went to the
You say
rim
what we
saying, "I'm going
watching
to
is
do a
not.
jump
Hold up.
shot"? Never.
You say that what we watching is not basketball.
it
No,
doesn't look at the
what you
rim. Hold
watching
on,
with the
man.
Nets isn't basketball.
BK, they
It's
don't
only the Nets
guard
that you
him
see
at the
where
rim
it's no
anymore,
basketball.
man. He only goes when nobody's really looking for him.
I don't know. I gotta admit, I'm
When I
biased
watch the
because
Nets and I go and watch a different
I
team, bro,
feel
it's not the
like
same, bro. It just looks terrible. Like we're just mediocre. We don't know
well,
what we're doing.
I
We don't
feel
got the
like
skills.
so you think how many people in this room have been watching basketball for say because you might be young. So how many of y'all been watching it for 25 years?
Myself,
Anyone else?
I'm 40. I'm 46.
Okay, so because what
I
I'm
started
saying
watching
is
basketball when I was like
what I'm
7 or 8.
saying is some of that stuff now KG went over the top, right? With his thing, oh nobody could play back then, right? That's not true. But the game is freaking uglier today.
A lot of the players in this day and age couldn't play back then.
No, I'm saying, but and vice versa in certain situations as well. But what I'm saying is the game is ugly today to me. That's my own opinion.
Why do you say the game is ugly?
Because I don't want to because I want to see
You do
I
got a
Is it
want to
point
because
see
though.
post
It's
up.
barely any
no,
defense. Like,
he got a point, but it depends on where he go
No, I'm
with his
saying
point though.
for me, I want to see a balanced inside outside game. I don't want to see 53 shot a game. I don't want to see a million switches. I want to see some
3-minute video of scoring. That's crazy.
Oh
I,
my
No, I
gosh.
mean, I made a guess that he doesn't even look at the rim. I mean, I don't know.
But,
I
but
don't
Yo,
where's
look
the
at
BK,
the
guys
rim.
really
you
guarding
don't
him,
understand.
though,
Hold on, hold on,
BK? That's the
when they
thing.
started getting away from it
BK,
because
you
this
showing
this
highlights of
mantra
him
right
doing it in
here,
spurts.
this mantra right here is a bad omen for it. When they say,
You doing
"Oh,
it. You showing
it's
stuff
a
where he
make or
has
miss
to,
league,"
where somebody's just dumping it off to him, bro.
it's a make or miss league. Like there, right there, that tells you,
Yo, the
oh,
players LBL are more like
BK, can I
skilled.
ask you a question? Is there
Yeah,
any highlight? Is there any games where Ben Simmons went ISO mode on anybody?
yeah, I got it right here.
No, I'm not talking
When
about Philly. I'm not talking about Philly. I'm talking about
Oh,
when
this season, this past
First
season.
shot, the hopper
when
oh
shot.
man, yeah, I mean, he's not. Come on, yo, DJ, he's not 100%, man. You know
Oh,
that,
so wait,
man.
hold up. So
Oh, he's
that's
not
what it is.
100%. Here
So
we go.
there's no highlights or any games of him going ISO mode.
Yeah. With the Nets this year.
Yeah, with the Nets.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of that. Yeah.
Listen,
what?
how can you depend on a
No, I'm
point
not.
guard that doesn't want to take any contact on
I'm talking
offense, but
about
also
this
doesn't want
past
to take
season
any
and
contact on
before.
defense? Like, come
22
on.
points over
How can you
here.
rely on somebody like that?
I haven't seen Ben Simmons
I,
go ISO mode like that.
I, no, I just
Yo, when
Oh,
have
oh
you
yeah,
ever saw
15,
that happen?
15 points,
so let me
13
ask.
rebounds, 7
So
assists.
so
Now, this
BK,
is the video that I actually did the other day.
okay,
Like,
so
yeah, with
BK,
Shaq.
you like the
It's true,
game?
bro.
You like the game more today than you did 20 years ago?
Yeah, man, you got more talented guys, man. Like you got
Oh,
like guys like
Oh,
oh,
Jokic,
BK loves the foul
BK
call
enjoys
rules. He
this
loves the
era of
fact that you
basketball more
can't
than
like
get to the
anybody.
rim anymore. He loves it.
Jokic, like just watching Jokic play, man. Like, damn, like
I never
this,
Who
seen.
like
I
can't
never
who
seen
can't get to the rim no more? Who
I've
said that?
never heard anybody say something like that, bro. That's crazy.
wow.
No, I'm talking about with the
Like,
foul calls, like Trey
you know
and
what it's
Harden. They
like
don't
to
get to the
me?
rim anymore because of that foul thing they took away.
It's like
So it's a lot
watching.
harder.
It's like watching suburban white guys play in their driveway. That's what it looked like to me.
But you got to pretty much you blame the higher up.
You act like this is like the WNBA, man. You know, this guy's still getting dunked on.
Yeah, but easy. I mean, with LBO, you got to blame like the higher ups that's in charge of the NBA, bro. They the ones that's taking all the good stuff away.
I mean, I do blame them because he remember with the KG interview, and KG said, "Why did you take out so much of the defense?" And Adam Silver said, "Because it would hurt a game like Steph's game. It would hurt it. A nice aesthetic."
So
yeah,
you
because a lot of players
wait.
I'm saying,
So you wait. So you
blame
like
them
when people's
for
getting
that.
clotheslined? That's what you saying? You like when
That's not
people's getting
defense,
clotheslined?
LBL. Like you clotheslining somebody out of the air is not defense. Like
That's
basketball
you
is
trying to end
defense,
my
bro.
career,
Like,
bro.
man.
Defense. Hand checking someone was defense.
Hand checking, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
Yeah,
they don't allow that.
Iverson played in the hand checking. Did they have Iverson?
No.
Yeah,
Man,
96.
niggas
Came
cry
out.
over
He was still
hand check
busting
all
ass.
day,
Way out
every
around that
day,
time.
bro.
No,
Get
no.
over the hand check, bro.
Iverson-
They took away a
Iverson-
lot of rules for defensive
No,
players
they
in the football
no,
game, bro.
Iverson, they
Y'all
changed
take
it
away
before
one hand
Iverson
check and y'all
used
cry
it.
about that shit and y'all can't get over it, bro.
They changed
Let
it
the
after
hand
the
checking
Knicks.
go, bro.
They changed it after the Knicks made the final.
They gave defenses a lot of things too. They push a three
But
point
easy,
line
look.
back.
All right,
they
so-
gave y'all
all
zone
right,
defenses
all right.
back.
So
They
let me-
did a lot.
I got LBL right here.
Bro.
All right, so let's say hypothetically, yes,
Like,
it's
easy. You think?
easier.
Hold up, BK, easy. You like watching games where it's like 120, 130, 100? Like, come on, bro.
No, I'm not saying he don't have a point, but I'm saying though, like some
Like we
like
just
I
watched
said,
the All-Star game. It went to almost like, what was it, 160?
Nah,
But
that was
they
horrible.
You don't
They
think
gotta do
guys-
something
you
about that
don't think
All-Star
guys
game,
are
man.
there was
offensively
no effort in
gifted?
that.
Bro,
What?
But there was no effort
I
in that.
think
Though.
bro,
I
if you
think
can
that-
Look how listen.
hold on,
Listen. Look how
BK,
good
if
Cam
you
Thomas
even-
is, right? Cam
BK,
Thomas
if
is
you
a
cough
good
on the
scorer.
court, you're gonna get a flagrant foul, bro. Like you can't do nothing.
No,
I think that guys are. I think
that makes it harder today in terms of defense, right?
Guys are individually gifted. Like they work
Yeah.
on their dribbles, they work on their
Not
shot.
Ben.
They work on their shot, they work on their dribbling, but there's more to the game than that. That's what I'm saying.
Not
Like,
No, what
Killian
I'm saying
Hayes.
is that you still LBO. You still have to play defense on that. You still got to guard that.
No,
You
what
can't
I'm
just be
saying
giving
is-
anybody
what
wide
I'm
open
saying is
layups, man.
they
Like
say-
Ja Morant. Listen, hold on. Ja Morant, you got to play defense on him. They don't care whether you can't stop him or not. You think the coach?
I'm not gonna lie,
but
Josh.
that's why it's an ugly game. That's why it's ugly.
What's ugly about it?
And then if he hits the shot, you say,
Bro
"Oh,
dunked on
you're
Wemby. How you
pussy."
dunking on? How you dunked on Wemby, bro?
Yo, I mean, listen, the guys today are just so
Big men today are soft, bro. Like back in the day, they blocking that.
Yeah.
No. Back in the days, they're knocking them out of the air. That's what they're doing.
Man,
They're not
That's what
blocking
they
it.
doing, bro. They hitting your ribs.
Yeah,
Or-
that's not defense.
Or that takes a wear
I
and
think
tear
Shaq
on
is gonna
Even
let
if-
little John
I'm
Morant
saying,
dunk on him.
even
like
if
that, bro.
even if
That's
Oh,
not
man.
defense, DJ.
no, even if they no, yes, it is. If
That's a
it's allowed,
foul.
it's
If you
defense.
knock someone,
defense?
listen.
It was
If you
name
knock
me
somebody out of the
hold
air,
on.
right?
BK,
That's
name
a
the
foul.
teams that was doing it outside of the
What?
Pistons and the Boston Celtics. What other team you talking about that wasn't playing defense? Tell me, bro.
You can play. Listen, you can play physical without having to clothesline someone. You know what I'm saying?
Name me
You
the
can,
No,
teams.
I'm trying
You
to
said you
figure
lived that
out.
era, bro.
But when you
It was only
saying
mainly
that,
the Pistons
how
and
can
Boston
you-
Celtics that was doing it.
but I'm saying, but when you live in New York, how can you look at those Riley Knick teams and say they didn't play defense? I
No,
don't.
I'm
So
not
did the Bulls play
saying
defense, BK? Or
You
did they
talking
just
about
hit players
Charles
out the air?
Oakley,
Didn't
bro?
you see
Charles
Jalen?
Oakley,
Didn't you see
Anthony
Jalen Brown play
Mason.
defense? Then
Ain't
they had
no way.
Drew
Derrick
Holiday
Rose.
actually played defense,
can I
right?
ask you a
No,
question?
no way,
BK,
bro.
All right, guys, I'm
was
heading
the
out
Bulls
for the
playing
night.
defense?
All right, man.
Good
All
night,
right, so
everyone.
So,
Good
all right,
job.
I'm gonna give it. I'm leaving in a couple.
You're
I'm gonna
right.
time off in a
okay,
couple minutes.
so
right,
Anthony
Yeah, wrap
John.
up, guys. Have a good
those
one.
guys, they didn't play
All right, John.
defense.
I got you right now, LBL. Hold on.
Yeah.
I got you right now. I got
Oh,
you
you about to
right
go.
here,
Was
right
the Bulls
now.
playing defense, bro?
I'm
I
trying.
got you right here, right now, man.
Wait,
Since
what
they
you
don't
said?
play no defense. This is
I
Jalen
wanna
Brown
know,
right here.
Was the Bulls playing
That's defense right there, man. You said they don't play no defense.
Or did they just hit people out the air? Look at that scrub Dennis Schroeder. Oh my god, bro. Get
Yeah.
on the screen, bro.
That's defense right there, LBL. Look at that right there. They play
Look at that
defense.
fake tough guy, bro.
Man.
Stop listening to these nerds. Defense right there. That's just one player. I can give you way more than this.
Come on, you showing me defensive plays.
You said they don't play no defense.
I'm
You
saying
you showing
play
highlights. You can show highlights
They don't compare.
of the back end. Of the
They don't
Look how he
compare to
moves his
other
feet
teams.
laterally. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
He's sliding his feet. Yeah, that's defense right there. They still have all
Jaylen
the
Brown
best
is a better.
NBA
I ain't gonna lie.
teams.
He's a better
And
defender than Tatum, bro.
I hear you.
yeah,
I don't see your point, because if you're showing me defensive plays,
you
of
said
course
today's game they don't play no
I
defense.
said they're
That's what you said
soft.
right there.
I
Defense.
said they're soft, and they barely play defense. All right, I'll amend it to that. So
Because there is
but
a
I'm
lot of
saying
teams that
you're
don't play
telling me
defense.
So you think all right. You
watch
think
the
that
Knicks.
Dorian
You watch the
Finney-Smith,
Knicks, right? You watch the Knicks, and you telling me they weren't a good defensive team?
They were good
Dorian
defense.
Finney-Smith don't
Even
play.
this
Man,
year,
stop it,
listen,
bro. He ain't no good
this
defender.
year's Knicks team was a really good defensive team, and then next year's the Knicks team is going to be even a better defensive team. The OG Anunoby can play defense. I can give you a lot of guys. Derek White plays defense.
I guess it's a matter.
Hold on. If I elbow you and nobody see it, nobody call it, did I elbow you or it just didn't go?
But not every
Come on, yo, easy
eat,
man. Listen, we from the hood. Ain't nobody be gonna call every single fucking foul, right?
But
Come on, man.
That's what it feels like.
BK, y'all acting like every single team did it though, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I play a lot. I don't call every foul. Everybody at certain places you get punched in your face. Why every foul?
Why do so many people hate LeBron? It's not because it's not just the GOAT thing. It's also because he became, he noticed what
Shit
the
out of
trend
here,
was, and he became a big flopper.
Man, bro, we should have had KP, bro.
And he was a big flopper.
I was saying that too. I was begging
People
for
didn't
Sean
respect the fact that he flopped a lot,
So, today's NBA, right? You gotta be able to move your feet. You gotta be able to slide your feet. All right. That's the thing. All the slow plodding big guys like Charles Oakley, who that couldn't slide their feet. Yeah, the NBA let those guys go. Now you need to slide your feet. And look at Jaylen Brown. He's not knocking nobody out of the air. I can give you way more examples than this, man.
Okay, but you know what the difference is between?
This is Anthony Edwards right here. Look at that.
You know what the difference is between Charles Oakley and PJ Tucker? PJ Tucker could hit a three.
Yeah.
He wasn't a better player than Charles Oakley.
You talking like this nigga is accepted, bro? They trying to kick this nigga out the league, bro. They ain't accepted, man. They don't like that shit.
Yeah, well, he's finding that. If you're talking about Tucker, he's finding that, man. I
mean, they used to.
No, because because he can't hit the three no more.
Because LBL, you don't watch LBL, you don't watch Dreamers Pro, right?
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. You see why I said that though, DJ?
Why?
Because Dreamers Pro says, they don't play defense today. I had to do a video on that, showing like, hey, they actually do play defense.
I hear
like,
you.
Dorian Finney-Smith is just not gonna be able to
watch Gil's Arena too.
I think it's just because
because
it's only a certain few of players that actually do.
I watch Man Down Sports too, where they talk about it. So like, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, dudes are soft today, and it's not like they come into the NBA.
You can't listen. You say soft, you're going back into the '90s where you just
I think it's just a rule
out of the air. LBL, that's not defense, man.
No, wait, hold on.
I'm not talking about.
No.
But BK, he do got a point though. Look at Luka, bro. Luka complains about fouls. Like, he's crying to the ref, bro. Like, you got players out here crying.
That's just like more like manipulating the referees and trying to get
Hold on.
You what?
No.
You had hold up. Yo,
what you mean by soft?
You having LeBron James sitting there crying, bro, crying on the court, bro.
He does get fouled a lot. They do. That's just manipulating the referees. They just try to manipulate the referees, man. That's just like part of the, strategy.
Now you want to say they get fouled a lot? Come on, bro.
They do get fouled. Yeah, they do.
Hold on,
and he stops playing defense too. I mean, he stops playing.
Ain't no way you defending this easy. Come on, bro.
LeBron, like this LeBron, you saying 39, 40 years old? Like, yeah, of course.
They be having tears coming down their face, bro. Like, they be crying.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what you mean by soft, bro. Is that what you mean by soft? They bitching about foul calls? Is that what you mean?
Oh no, I mean that. I think
that's what it is.
Nowadays, they don't even go in the middle too much anymore. They play perimeter style because all they want to do is shoot open looks. But they
if teams are in drop coverage, like what do you want them to do, man? Like that's
the game plan.
Yeah. I'm saying I know it's dictated by the rules, but the rules have made them soft, and that's why they judge big men now. Or can you?
Yeah, a lot of big men are soft in this era, bro.
Can you stretch the defense?
What?
Yeah, man. Like basketball. Listen, basketball's always been about spacing, man. Like,
it hasn't always been about that. Mutombo can't shoot no damn threes.
Yeah, well, that's what makes it harder today. You think guarding the 3-point line is an easy thing, LBL? You think it's easy guarding the 3-point line?
What do I think is easier? No.
Do you think it's easy to guard the 3-point line?
What I think is, if you gotta get through Oakley and a Mason.
All right, so Oakley, you didn't really have to play defense
listen to what I'm
because
saying.
it wasn't 3 points. Now you got a big guy.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying it has a cumulative effect on your body that they take a guy like Steph. If he's got to get bruised up, like he'll get the and ones or whatever, or he'll get the fouls, but if he's bruised up a few times, it's like, I'm not going back.
All right, so what puts more wear and tear on your body, man? Playing down low or having to chase Steph Curry or like through screens and trying to run him off the 3-point line? What's more abusive? Like, what puts more like oxidative stress on your body?
Which era are we talking about?
No, now. I'm talking about now.
See, but that's what I'm saying. You're talking about because they don't allow people to have contact. If you like, we don't even have to go back to the 90s. We could go back to Kenyon Martin's era. Kenyon Martin, it would be hard for him to play today, right? I mean,
he's not skilled. That's why he's not skilled. No, that's on Kenyon Martin. You have to evolve.
It's because of the rules that they don't allow guys to play physical.
I don't know about that.
They do play physical, man. That's not true.
I think he could play today. I think
Kenyon Martin wasn't out there.
You think who could play
out there hacking everybody?
Not in the playoffs. He can't. He has no offensive skills. He can't shoot. He has no ball handling. He has no footwork. He has no
one-dimensional player, bro.
Yeah.
So wouldn't he be like somewhat like a Claxton, but probably a little bit better in certain situations?
A lot of these guys.
I think he'll play, but I don't think he'll really play much.
Well, JJ Redick is one-dimensional.
He can shoot.
But he could shoot though.
No, I'm saying.
Yeah, this is a league where you got to shoot, bro. If you got to shoot, you got to play.
You see the difference to what you're saying? You're saying Kenyon Martin is one-dimensional because he defends.
But that's the league. That's the league today. It's changing.
I say he'll help you in the regular season, LBL, but in the playoff set in the 7-game series,
you're doing the same thing that Gil Arenas is doing, and that's why what's the name came after him. That's why Stack came after him because he's saying. Only thing you cared about was scoring. Only thing you cared about was scoring, and then I'm saying that's what Stack was really saying. We knew what he was talking about, Gilbert Arenas. You talking a lot of shit because all you do is score, and you look at guys from the past who wasn't great scorers but played on both ends, and all you cared about was scoring.
Was Mutombo a great offensive player?
Did you see what he said about Kobe? He said, "Man, Kobe is not a great defender." He said, "Kobe, because
I seen Kobe Bryant get his ass busted. Joe Johnson busted his ass. Gilbert busted his ass. Pennington busted his ass.
Hold on.
Let me see. Who else?
Wow.
Wait, hold on.
Let me see.
Hold
on.
So no way
can't that happen to
anyone? Whip off the cliff that quick, dog.
Wait, what did you say?
Kobe,
bro.
So
I said Kobe get his ass busted too many times, man. Too many times.
Too many times to be
too many times.
Great defender.
Talking like
how you let somebody drop 60 on you? What? How do you let somebody drop 60 on you?
Wow.
Yo, this is wild.
60?
I ain't gonna lie to you. You bust my head with that one. I ain't gonna hold you.
60 points?
Don't forget, he had 45,
bro. Kobe was a good defender. What are you talking about?
You talking like he didn't do that to a lot of other good defenders, bro.
Didn't he have 45?
No, I know he was a good defender. I'm just saying. I mean, I see him get his ass busted too many times.
60? Bro, how many times? Come on, bro. You know how many players he probably did that against?
Yo, Gilbert was like, oh my God. Yo, Gilbert offensively was like on another planet at the time, man.
But
exactly. He gave a lot of good defenders the work, bro. He gave him come on, bro.
That's nasty work.
And that was Stack's point that Gil, all you really cared about was scoring. That's why your ass was on a losing team for so long because
it was more of him not being a cerebral point guard, like not getting everybody.
No, it was
I listened to him say,
he was a bad defender too.
Yeah, he was a bad defender too, and not being a good point guard. He was a scoring point guard.
But
Like he
every
wasn't like
one-dimensional player.
Bill is
Why you think
talking
he like Cam
about
Thomas
guys
so
are
much?
better than other guys. He's only thinking of scoring. That's it.
Did you hear what he was talking about with Cam, bro? Why you think he like Cam so much?
I agree.
He's he only likes one-dimensional players.
He was saying he made a comment on Ben Simmons. He was like, "Oh, okay, I just got like they told me to score 10 or 15 times. Well, that's why you don't win because like you don't pass the ball and then guys become disinterested. They don't want to play defense. That happens. I mean, anybody played basketball, especially like back in the days when Kobe was like the thing back then. Guys wanted to be like Kobe and take bad shots with two defenders draped all over them and everything. I'm like, you like, and they miss. You don't want to even play. You get disinterested, man. You don't want to play no defense and stuff like that, man. So, I mean, I respect Kobe, but like he does have like the most missed shots in NBA history.
Wow.
I learned I say this all the time. I learned how to score watching Kobe Bryant, and I learned how to play the game watching Jason Kidd. All right, this is different. You understand what I'm saying? Learn how to play the game and learn how to score. So by me watching Jason Kidd, I actually learned how to play the game.
Tell you this, since you mentioned Jason Kidd,
what type of bullshit?
Kobe, hold up. Kobe got 5 chips. How many Jason Kidd got?
No, who carried Kobe? Who was the Finals MVP? 3 out of
No. Answer the question.
No. Who's the Finals MVP?
Answer the question, BK.
No, I know that. But that's a team sport, man.
So which one wins you championship?
Kobe had a squad.
So let me get this straight.
Now it's Kobe had a squad.
He wasn't a big gun on the squad. He wasn't a big gun.
See how he deflected, bro?
So when you say Ben Simmons won, was on 3 all defensive teams. Kobe was on 9. But Ben Simmons is a good defender, but Kobe
different era, man. Like Kobe didn't have to guard.
Well, to be honest with you, LBO, Ben hasn't really played much, and he hasn't been healthy either.
Yeah.
Supposedly he hasn't been healthy. Supposedly.
That is so fucking nasty, dog. Wow. So you telling me because he won his 9 defensive teams back in the 2000s?
Different era, man. Like the floor wasn't as spaced as it was today. You got all these guys shooting threes. It's not easy guarding 3-pointers, man. Y'all know how hard it is, yo. Like to guard really good 3-point shooters.
The Warriors was around. The OKC was around.
DJ, hold on. BK, how you feel about Hakeem defense?
Come on, bro.
Oh, he was a great defender, man. And,
but it was
there was no spacing, bro.
But it was in his era though, so he didn't have to really branch out.
If he was to play against like today's guys,
you could, bro.
It's hard. Like as a big guy, man, it's hard guarding the 3-point line, man. Like Joel Embiid, you'll see him drop back. Like he doesn't want to go out there, man.
Guess what?
Like,
what are you talking about?
You see Joel Embiid, like you watch him in the Olympics.
Nah,
so guess what?
So
guess what? Tell the Knicks it's hard to guard a 3-pointer. Didn't he block Starks and win the series? So there we go.
The Knicks gonna be the best defensive team in the.
Yeah, man, it's hard like guarding like guys that can like, especially like Steph Curry who can pull up from like 33 feet.
You'll do it. But when you want to win, you'll do it. That's what Hakeem did, right?
No, but
there's a lot of variables when it comes to that. Like injuries come into play. Like it all depends, man. Like if you have a low extremity injury. Shit, it's gonna be hard for you to actually play defense, man. Slide your feet. Like if you have an ankle injury, a foot injury, and you're still playing on it, so that's gonna be hard there. I mean, it depends.
That's for everyone, though. It's like Hakeem Olajuwon was always like 200 over 200 blocks, over 200 steals. So don't tell me he can't.
Yeah, but can he do it in this era? Can he do that against like a Jokic or something like that, who can like spread the floor out, right? Pull him out of the paint. And then Jokic could put the ball on the floor. He had footwork, post moves. Same thing with Joel Embiid.
I like how you named the all-time great center. I like how you just pulled that one out your head. I'm gonna go to the all-time greatest. One of the all-time greatest.
I've seen him do it against guys who could shoot, like Jack Sikma. I've seen him.
But those are guys I'm talking about, like just catch and shoot guys. I'm talking about guys that can actually shoot the 3 points, shoot the 3-point shot. If you close out on them, put the ball on the floor, make plays. Look at the way Jokic plays, man.
Well, I'm
like a hybrid, like a
you know who Joker plays like from the past.
Hold on.
Joker plays like from the past.
Hold on.
The bonus is dad.
Hold on. No, that's a fact. But hold on, DK. I could give you that, but then this year, your boy didn't shoot that well from 3-point land.
Yeah, I know.
Now,
I saw him.
I could make an argument since he shot so many fucking threes because he tried to do your
He
point
probably,
right there.
you never know. He was probably gassed.
Let's talk about
if you're fatigued, that affects your shooting too. If you're tired.
And let's talk
Jokic
about the other
terrible
side. Let's talk about the other side of the ball. Joker may not be around in the second half because he's going to foul out against Hakeem, trying to guard him. I don't care how.
Yeah, but also, like I said before, that Hakeem has to guard him too. I'll take your 2 points. Right? I'll take your 2 points. I'll take your 2 pointers, man. I'll play some defense. I go
bro.
for
He got BK. He was getting locked up by Cat in the playoffs, bro.
And Nas Reed.
I guess they're better than Hakeem.
What you think? Hold on. What you think Hakeem is gonna do to him?
No, but I'm saying though, like
don't try to use the way
Hakeem ain't gonna let him off the hook by
if you got Hakeem on Cat was on him and he was averaging his average went down, bro. If Hakeem is on him, he averaging 15, bro.
Yeah.
I said Kobe.
I don't know. There's I gotta see evidence of Hakeem able to play on the perimeter. If Hakeem is like a Dwight Howard, I guess maybe you guys are right. Yeah,
bro.
Like Dwight Howard, bro. Like Dwight Howard was able to play on the perimeter.
Known to be a good defender.
Dog,
Cat known to be a defender.
Dog. I thought you said he stayed in the game for 25 years, bro. I thought what happened with that, bro?
No, if Hakeem could play on the perimeter, I'm pretty sure he could because he was like really hyper.
Man was getting clamped up by Cat and Nas.
He probably can lock up Joke, but Joke is just not an easy cover, man. Like it's not,
Nas Reed was locking him up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he probably not a bad shooting night.
Shaq wouldn't guard him out
shooting night for 7 games.
Shaq wouldn't guard him out there either, right? But Shaq
7 straight games a bad shooting night.
But Shaq might
I'll give Hakeem the edge over like Shaq. Hell no, Shaq.
No, but I'm saying, but Shaq might have 70 points on Joker in the first half, right?
Yeah,
nasty work, bro.
It would. He would.
Come on, you gotta stop with all of this. Oh, they have to be able to guard. You take a person's deficiency. All
right, so we know Joel Embiid is a 38% 3-point shooter, right? He can knock down threes, man. 38%. You know, how can Shaq guard that? It's not like he's in the low 20s, upper 20s.
Because you mentioned Embiid, doesn't Embiid bust Joker's ass?
Yeah,
I believe so. So then, what are we saying? Embiid can't freaking move his feet.
Embiid's a good defender. No, he is. He's not a horrible defender.
Hold on. But
Embiid is not a good defender.
Hold on. But BK,
he's not, or he is?
No, he's not. He's not. When have you seen him being a good defender?
Oh, I don't know about that one. But BK, real quick. So what you
saying? Not that good on defense.
What you saying? Shaq, if he playing against Shaq, Embiid going to launch up like 13 threes a game? Like that's what you saying? That's
showing stuff 3 years ago, bro. 5 years ago, BK.
That don't even make sense, BK. That's some crazy shit right there.
Shaq is not doing that. Sorry.
Embiid don't even do this no more, bro.
Like we can't pull up some we can't pull up video of Shaq.
No, I'm just saying
you showing highlights.
I'm just saying though. I mean, he can. He's not a trash defender. I mean, he's not an all-worldly defender, but he's not a trash defender like you try to make him seem like.
He's mid, bro. He's mid.
He's mid. I mean, he's not a trash defender. Like, don't make it
2019.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him mid.
He's a good defender.
Wait, hold on, Easy. You think he's a great defender?
I think he's a good defender. He's a good defender.
I wouldn't say great, but he is, I would say, above serviceable. Serviceable.
So
is he better than Claxton?
I'm trying to see your point with.
No,
I'm saying that the problem is that they take all of the attributes. It's the same thing that's the problem with Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry is a highly skilled player, right? But he's highly skilled because they're accentuating his skills in
blocking like shorter guards than him, bro.
In this era,
he should be doing this.
But I'm saying
good defense. See, he can guard DJ.
This is 5 years ago.
Oh man,
no, that was this. Was it this year?
He can't. Yeah, I don't get
Get
it.
the highlights up of 2019.
But that's what I'm saying. But look, he's actually still moving his
He don't
shot.
do
He's
this
not
no
doing
more.
that though.
Show 2024.
Shaquille O'Neal's not doing this.
Show, BK, show 2023, 2024, bro.
Yo, I just
That's
Either of
don't.
those years, bro.
That's
2024.
nasty work, BK. We could go right back
I
to Shaq
think,
early
I
years at
think,
Orlando.
man,
You could find that shit
I
right there.
think that
So
you
if that's
just.
what you want
That's
to
what
do.
I'm saying. Show Shaq. Hold up. Yeah, show Shaq.
Yo, BK, why you put yourself in that corner just now, bro?
No,
Come on,
I'm not because Shaq was always fat.
Nah,
Not
keep
always
the
fat
same
and out of
energy.
shape.
BK,
But
where's Shaq at? I want to see Shaq.
See, now you gotta pull up Shaq from Orlando now. Go to the second year.
Yeah, forget Embiid, bro. That soft play, man. Embiid can't even get past the second round.
I agree. But like
Tired of
Shaq
hearing
still
about
got
Embiid, bro.
locked
He's
up by
overhyped,
Dennis
bro.
Rodman, man. So this is this year,
Trade
DJ.
Embiid,
my
Philly.
God.
Enough with Embiid, bro. Trade
This
Embiid,
is this.
bro.
That's this year. You said pull up this year. I pulled it up. This is this year.
BK, I'll race you Dennis Rodman, and I'll tell
Bro,
you that.
these are against shorter guards, bro.
Hold on, DJ.
No, exactly. My point exactly.
Hold on, BK. I will
Shaq could
tell
do
you.
that too.
Embiid got locked up by Marcus Smart on the fucking block. So what are we really saying?
Yo, you know what's crazy, bro? If you search up Mitchell Robinson and what's the other dude's name? It was somebody else. And and how they play against Embiid, bro, it's actually good. That's crazy, bro. And
All right,
Mitchell
Gerard. I'll
Robinson,
check you later, man.
that's crazy,
Let me wrap
bro.
this up, man.
All right,
It's 5:30 in the morning. Damn, man.
Yeah, it's wild.
Ooh, all right, y'all guys wanted a longer stream, man. Y'all was getting on me about the short.
You might want to
videos.
write that.
Yeah, BK was dunking
Kobe.
smoke, chat. That's why.
And now my wife was in the hospital this week, man. So
Well,
she's
bless
still in there.
her, man. Bless her.
Yeah.
Good health.
Yeah.
I
So
know John was dunking smoke though.
yeah, I got to do a lot of running around and handle her stuff, my shit, my son's stuff. It's all me here, man. So she comes out.
Shit.
All right. Well, let her come out healthy. That's all.
Yeah, that's the main
facts,
thing,
yeah,
man.
facts.
For real.
All right. So
Yo, Jonathan, where you at, bro? You dunking?
Nah, you
man.
been
What's the
gone,
next
man.
stream, bro? Jonathan dunking that smoke.
Try to do it tonight. If I'm not too tired, I'm gonna do one tonight.
I gotta cook Jonathan, bro.
All right.
Locked
Like,
on
comment,
Nets
subscribe, share the video. When you share, the universe shares back with you.
All
Peace.
right. Good night.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Good stream. Good pod.